ghosts and ghouls with greenish skin. So close your eyes and you will find that you've arrived in Frightenstein. Perhaps the Count will find a way to make his monster work today. For if he solves this monster mania, he can return to Transylvania. So welcome where the sun won't shine, to the castle of Count Frightenstein.
Good evening and welcome to the Halloween edition of the London Indie Underground. Thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in to our podcast, London Indie Underground is London's only independent music podcast showcasing some of our area's most talented artists, bands, and personalities. I guess we've been running for about 8 weeks now. And just right off the top, just want to thank everybody for all the positive feedback and the support. We've had a tremendous amount of songs being sent in to us, and we're going to try to get to them all. And our goal here is to get some songs into your ear holes that you may not have otherwise heard. And joining me today, as always, my co-host, Gary Begner. Gary.
Hey, Jim.
Pleasure to see you, sir.
And you?
I'm awesome, man. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. And joining us today, our special guest host who made it just in time. We got a little bit late there on the podcast, but Mr. Brandon Eady. Brandon.
Oh, hi, everybody.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. It's my fault. I can't make it anywhere on time. I mean, I was here with 5 minutes to spare. That's better than an hour, so we're good that way.
That's true, man. That's true.
I don't even show up to my own shows until 5 minutes before doors.
I was a little worried, but you made it. I'm gotta get you a beer, too.
Yes, beer, please.
It's a good thing I had some, because you would have even been later.
I would have been later. I still need to get cigarettes, too.
Oh, dude. Priorities, man. Priorities. And also joining us today is our local photog who's been here every week. Mr. Jason Roorda is all mic'd up today. Jason, how are you?
Good. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Awesome. So today we're going to be spinning kind of a mixed bag of songs. In addition to the tracks that we've had sent in to us, we're also going to be spinning some tracks that Edie has brought to us. And obviously, Brendan, you've been around these parts for a long time. You've had involvement with a lot of bands.
A little while.
I can only imagine that you've got quite the catalog for us today.
Yeah, but I think I only brought like 6.
6 songs?
No, I got more than that. We'll see. We'll see what I'm gonna pull out.
All right. Well,
who falls under your favor today? I'll wait for the Twitter feed to just blow up. Hey, Brandon, it's me.
I do take cash donations and pay all the.
You know what's funny? We had Siegfried Meyer was here a couple of weeks back. Or was it last week? No, it was a couple of weeks
2 weeks
back.
ago.
Oh, by the way, I do need to apologize to the Dyadics. I have not yet uploaded last week's podcast, which was fantastic. I'll make sure I get that up maybe even tonight or tomorrow at the latest. But the previous week we had Siggy here, who actually has to come back because I guess he got an earful from a bunch of bands. We're like, man, how come you didn't play us? Why didn't you play us, man? You got to play our stuff.
I got lots of stuff on here that I'm going to play that he's done, so that might
exactly work. Yeah, he gave us a whole jump drive full, which is awesome. But I know he's got some bands and some songs that he wants to get to, and a few fences to mend. So
yeah.
So I think
how did he not play that much? That like we were on until like 11:30 that night.
I thought we spun everything.
Did you play Nowag?
No.
Good. I'll play it tonight.
All right. Well, let's get to some music here. I've got. Let me see. My list keeps growing and growing, which is great because everybody's been sending in some stuff. You know what? Right off the top, let's get to. I'm going to spin a new track. Actually, I got some permission from Staylefish to spin a new track for them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to wait because Derek wanted to wait until he could get on a little bit later.
You're just teasing everyone.
Yeah. Well, it's coming. After 8 o'clock, we're going to spin a brand new Staylefish track. Just got back from mastering at my buddy Siggy. You might be even listening right now. I know he's been tuning in the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. All right. Well, I guess kind of going with the Halloween theme. Jason, you brought some Matadors for us.
Yes.
I just saw those guys. They played here in this building where the Vault Recording Studio is located, which is Adelaide and Princess. In this building is a private nightclub that really doesn't do a lot of functions, but one of the things he does is a private Halloween party, and he had the Matadors playing, which were fantastic. And I think you booked them for the Night Owl. Did you not? And then they left from there.
Hooch was playing that earlier.
Yeah, exactly. And then they came from there directly here and banged
2
off.
2:00 in the morning.
And banged off another set, which is unbelievable.
They're playing at Call the Office tonight as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I was going to touch on that a little bit later, and it looks like Joel's.
I'm here instead of there.
Well, you could always go and check it out after.
Yeah, no.
Is that the plan?
I got to work tomorrow.
What time?
Huh? I'm up at like 4 a.m.
Oh, okay. I won't give you a hard time.
Yeah, no.
All right, Jay. Is there any song in particular here that? But you brought me almost the full library, so.
Teenage Zombie Sluts. That's perfect for tonight.
Teenage Zombie Sluts.
It should be there.
Okay. Well, in the spirit of Halloween, this is the Matadors with Teenage Zombie Sluts in the London Indie Underground.
Well now, here's a story of those teenage girls that were changed by a chemical spill when the bus collided with an old freight train on the top of San Amon Hill. Well, the impact killed them instantly, but legends heard it said whatever leaked out of that boxcar turned them into the living dead. When they pulled themselves in that fire wreck, the crowd's jaws dropped the gas. We knew no one could ever survive that catastrophic blast. They came out all missing limbs with salted rims. Folks thought they looked alright, but those young, tight, dead bodies, men, to me they looked alright. Teenage zombie sluts come to the night with their eyes rolling out, but their bodies still tight. They smell disgusting, I heard something say, but I can't help lusting for them anyway. Yeah! Break kill, come on. Oh yeah, babe, there's an accident outside of Tullaville. There's some crazy shit going on down here. You gotta see this. Well, most zombies are bloodthirsty, most crave human brains, out to destroy the world and feasting on those human remains. But these zombie sluts, they didn't want none of the above. They yearn for something more, they want to carry human love. And we're back. You got Big Dave here on the overnight spinning your favorite oldies till the dawn. We're going to cut over to Jimmy Mudrunner Callahan, who's at the scene of an accident on the top of San Amon Hill. Over to you, Muddy. So scared that I was struck dumb. I could not believe what these innocent girls had become. When they tore off my clothes, I thought I'd go mad. They were clawing and biting for all that they had. These undead teen nipples showed me the best time that I'd ever had. I love those teenage zombie sluts coming tonight with their eyes wide. But their bodies still tight. They smell disgusting, I heard something say, but I can't help lusting for them anyway. Teenage zombie sluts come in the night with their eyes wide out, but their bodies still tight. They smell disgusting, I heard something say, but I can't help lusting for them anyway. I love those sluts.
Matadors with Teenage Zombie Sluts here on London Indie Underground. Apparently he loves those sluts.
Dirk approved.
That's what I gathered from that track. And you can go check them out. They're playing tonight actually at Call the Office. And it seems to me that Matadors are almost synonymous now with Halloween, like every year.
For at least 10 years.
Yeah. But he's got a side project too, which is Butch Holler.
Butch Holler and the... Butch Holler and the Couch
Chesterfield Ramblers.
Right, couch is too new of a word.
Yeah. And he dons the mask, and he looks just like an old man. Like picture, Jackass. When they dress up as the old men. It's kind of what he looks like, right? And they're fantastic, man. It was great to see them play stand-up bass and everything. It was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
He's a character. He's a character for sure.
So I don't know if you guys saw in the news recently. There's been some stuff going on at City Hall with our mayor. You pay any attention to any of that stuff, Jay?
No.
No. So
Sorry.
from what
Politics?
Politics. Well, from what I can gather, our mayor is being investigated right now by the RCMP for using federal money. What was it to fund?
Right, to fund his son's wedding.
Yeah.
$20,000.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Now I know.
So I guess last night there was a motion to have him dismissed.
Yeah. Or to step aside.
Right. Well, dismissed is not the right word, but to step aside pending the outcome of the investigation.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had any interaction with Jofo, but I've met him a few times, and he's a good guy. But when stuff like this comes to light, you start to question.
Well, you know what? We can always be thankful that we're not in Toronto and it's not Rob Ford. That's all I can say about this.
That guy's way too highly publicized, man. Like,
yeah,
what was that whole weight loss thing that he was going through, and then he said, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, well, he made like everything the guy does is basically just a slap to the face to everybody in the city, right? Right. It's like, oh yeah, you're not allowed to, own a business and then be, oh geez, I didn't know I was still getting paid by my family's company. Oh right, and I was giving them all the contracts. Oh, I didn't think there was anything wrong with that.
Sure you did.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
well, and I guess Jofo too last night, and we'll refer to him as Jofo here. We're classy like that. But
yeah, totally.
So last night, he was trying to dismiss one of the motions about this controversial methadone clinic that they've been talking about opening up, because they want to get it out of the downtown core. I mean, if you drive by the Mission Services and you go anywhere near that, I've been by there a few times the past week, and I always seem to see cop cars or some kind of drama going on. So he tried to dismiss it because he didn't want to address it. And
right.
The other council members are like, no, we need to put this to bed tonight. So I guess now they're going to be opening up on Warren Cliff
beside
somewhere.
the Dairy Queen.
Beside a Dairy Queen.
So you can now get meth blizzards.
Nice.
Get your fix and fix.
Can you imagine? I mean, you bring your kids out there and maybe I'm making assumptions that all people that are on methadone are, recovering junkies or whatnot, and maybe there's some people that need it for pain tolerance or whatever the case may be.
Or there's some people that are actually trying to get off, like that's
right.
Like seriously trying to get out of the loop. Where unlike the others that are, or some of them that are still enjoying riding the dragon's tail, but just can't afford it that week, so they're going to go get a little shot to get them through it until they can get back in. But I know that the garage I go to, which is Whitlock's on Commissioners. They were having a big issue because they were going to put it in right beside where they are. That was one of the sites, and they were just fuming because they were thinking like they were going to have to basically build a compound around the place all of a sudden because, really, what do you want all like attics and stuff around vehicles? Like, gee, there's some nice vehicles there. I could smash the window, take a radio perhaps, and maybe support my habit, whatnot. So it's left and right. You got positives and negatives wherever it goes.
I can see a lot of huffing going on there.
A lot of paint.
Yes,
yeah.
Paint and gas fumes.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a good thing.
Methadone milkshake.
Yep.
I like it. You can market that. Somebody buy it.
Trademark it quick.
All right, let's get to some music here. Look back through the library. See, it's tough for me to pick because I want to tee up, I want to have a format and, have a flow to it. But at the same time, sometimes I just want to go on the fly and see what I got here. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to spin a band. I've spun them the last couple of weeks, and I know they really appreciate it, and obviously we appreciate the feedback that they've been giving us. This is a band called Fun Fact. This is called Bring It Back on the London Indie Underground.
is something I did, something I did, yeah. Get going, get going, get gone. No time to figure out what the hell's going on. Or when the going gets good or the good get gone. But I'm gonna take time here to finish the song. See, best time since seen a find out. But your style, your smile, you're driving me wild. Begin the ring fresh from a knockout. There goes the bell, I'm ready for another bout. Oh, take me home. You're too damn cute to be sleeping alone. Crazy about you is just crazy, but bigger, better than you, my lady. Take me home. You're too damn cute to be sleeping alone. Crazy about you is just crazy, but bigger, better than you, my lady. Lazy, 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 long. My lazy, 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 long. Bring it back. I lost feeling, I just can't bring it. Turn the room, hear it, I got started. God knows you won't got past my right to lead a party. Bring it back, just bring it back. Lost feeling, I just can't bring it to the top of my head. Tripping lessons, this is something I did, something I did, yeah. Take me home. You're too damn cute to be sleeping alone. Crazy about you is just crazy, but we can better dance to my lady. Take me home. You're too damn cute to be sleeping alone. Crazy about you is just crazy, but we can better dance to my lady. Lazy, 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 low. My lazy, 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 low. My lazy, 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 lazy low.
Fun fact with Bring It Back here on the London Indie Underground. I really dig those guys. If you've not seen them play live, great energy band. The bass player's just ripping too, and one of the things I noticed, he plays the Flea modulus bass, which I think is pretty neat. So, and he and I kind of fleed down for a little while about bass playing and all that. So if you do see them, any listings coming up, make sure to go and check them out. I don't have anything off the top here for you, but make sure you check them out if you dig the sound. So one of the things we were kind of talking about offline here briefly was this whole Star Wars merger thing. And, you know, Twitter kind of blew up, and I'm sure everybody here has seen all the online comments. You know, what's your take on this, man? What do you think?
Well, I mean, who better to create an evil empire than Walt Disney, a Nazi?
Hey.
I mean, I don't know. I liked the originals, and I could not give a shit about the following three, or I guess the episode 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, didn't care. I've watched them once, never watch them again.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten through all 3 yet. I couldn't care.
Really?
It just after I saw the first one, I was like everybody else. You know, I was stoked. I'm in. I go and see it, and I'm like, that's kind of shitty. Like, that's depressing. And
I don't even really remember I watched them.
Yeah.
But I don't really remember watching them.
Yeah, exactly.
I think halfway through each one, I probably got up and went and made a sandwich.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Star Wars fan. Like,
Yeah.
It just,
I thought you were gonna say you were a big sandwich guy.
yeah, I'm a big sandwich fan.
Turns
too.
out sandwich wins that night. But yeah, no, I'm with you because I remember I can remember for the first 3, like the theaters I saw them in, like all that stuff. The other 3, no, I don't recall. I'm just like,
Yeah,
all I remember is just going through it, the whole thing, going like, what the fuck is Jar Jar Binks? What does this have to do with anything?
That's what I'm afraid of. That
Somebody
they're
kill
gonna do
it.
a whole thing
I
on
don't-
Jar Jar.
The whole thing is I don't think they will. Like, one of the counterpoints I saw to it, I think it was the actor Zachary Levi, who's a pretty big nerd. He played Chuck on the TV show Chuck. And he was saying, who else, like, who could really handle such a franchise? Like, Lucas has failed, right? With the first 3, like with the reissue of the whatever, going back to those next 3.
failure. I mean, the guy made
true.
$4.05 billion.
Because anyone's gonna go pay any amount of money for anything that has to do with anything about Star Wars.
Exactly.
Right.
But we're sitting here like
Yes, I will.
I can't really find fault in the first, like in the original 3, like A New Hope and Return and Empire Strikes Back. I love all those movies. I'll watch them again and again and again. I will not watch the other ones. If they come on TV, I won't sit there and watch them. I don't stop what I'm doing. They don't affect me like that. So I just feel that he kind of dropped the ball with those next 3. So maybe the Disney Corporation will do something good with it. If
Well, I mean, they took over Marvel,
Mhm.
and they at least made some decent Marvel movies.
yeah,
The only thing I'm thinking could be a plus to any of this is a lot of the actors, Harrison Ford,
Mark Hamill,
are
Yeah.
still alive and could potentially play roles in some sort of.
Well, I think they've aged enough that if they keep the same characters, I mean, it
Yeah.
would be fitting
Mhm.
to bring them back.
I think what is cool though about the whole Star Wars franchise is that it's from generation to generation. It's been passed on.
yeah,
And, even like my son, who's 14, who does like the Star Wars, and he really likes the earlier stuff too. It's for him, it's not just about, I guess the prequels, if you will.
right.
But, it's scary to think about what it's going to look like going forward. And, a lot of people are online saying, oh, this is it. This is the end of Star Wars. At the same time, some other people are really excited about it. And one of the thoughts that we had last night, I was at a Two Crown King Jam, and we're talking about the potential for a theme park. A Star Wars theme park.
Well,
Can you imagine?
Well, the funny thing, when you go to Disney World in Florida, there's already a Star Wars section. There's a giant AT-AT that actually the cannons work, they not shooting lasers, obviously. And there's one of the speeders in the forest for Empire Strikes Back, where kids can get their pictures taken. There's a ride already there.
Wasn't there one of those 3D rides where you sit
Yeah.
down in theater seats and it does the elevated?
Yeah, Star
crazy-
Tours it's called,
yeah,
I think.
yeah.
And it's all based on Star Wars. And there's a huge Star Wars store there already. So, it's really easy for them just to continue on with it.
They need a Sarlacc pit. I don't know what it would involve, like you jumping into it or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Die.
Yeah. Getting eaten, digested over 1,000 years.
What they need to do is make a remake of Spaceballs.
Ooh,
I would be
good.
into that.
Yeah.
I would totally be into that.
Yeah.
That was an awesome
You
thing.
don't see a lot of Spaceballs. It's Halloween. You
Yeah.
don't see a lot of Spaceballs costumes. I thought for sure I'd see Barf. I didn't see Barf.
May the
Man,
Schwartz
I'm gonna go as Dark Helmet next year
Yeah.
for
That's
sure.
that's a great idea.
Because I'm about his size.
Yeah. Smoke him if you got him. That's a great movie. If you've not seen it, go see it.
I tried to get Kelly, my girlfriend, to watch it, and there's no background audio track to that movie until the last 5 minutes. So as funny as the dialogue is and the movie's incredible, the fact that there was no background audio put her to sleep. And she couldn't pay attention. She's like, this is terrible. I was like, no, you need to watch it again.
It's background audio that puts me to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, when that came out,
Mhm.
I could not get through the whole movie. I'd fall asleep. Well, I mean, it's just a bunch of walking in the countryside. Some dude drops a ring into a pit, and that's about it.
Best parody of that was on Clerks too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, let's get to some more music here. Gary, you brought a track for us. We should spin that.
Yeah, let's do it. Radio Delete. London boys.
Nick Baird.
Yeah, nice guys, following in the footsteps of Face to Face, being probably some of the nicest guys in punk rock.
Absolutely.
Nice. All right, well, let's check this out. This is Unconditional by Radio Delete on London Indie Underground.
See your face, it makes me smile. Cross-eyed looks in all the while. Tucks this way too far out of your head. On the couch, have a beer, have a grin from ear to ear. As you find a place to sleep and hide your head.
Radio Delete with Unconditional here on London Indie Underground. We got some candy. Brandon brought some candy. Thank you, sir. I got some Skittles. You said these are a year old.
They're a year old. I was going to go take them out with a big van tonight, see what I could lure.
Oh, man.
I guess I found you.
Where's that van?
I'm not going to tell you.
Well, you took a cab here.
Yeah, I
Ah,
took a cab
Wait a minute. You were late. You have a van?
by the river.
Last year, a buddy of mine went as Chris Farley, as Matt Foley motivational speaker. Best costume. Did you dress up for Halloween, Jay?
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you go as?
Allen Ginsberg.
Who's Allen Ginsberg?
He's a poet from the 70s.
Did anyone get it?
No. They all thought I was a principal. Because I was wearing like a suit and I shaved like the top of my head, so I had the ring of hair, and they're like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Allen Ginsberg." They're like, "You look like a principal."
That's awesome.
I'm like, "Yeah, principals are scarier than teachers."
It's
I
tough
guess.
when you have to explain your costume
Yeah.
to people. Like, I went as drunken Captain Kirk, which I had like the official, little bloop 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 bloop,
Yep.
the communicator, and I got the gun. But they were tucked in my
What noise did
pockets.
the gun make, though?
No, it was an actual. It's modeled after the real one, so it makes all the right sounds.
Oh, I was hoping you would do it with your mouth. There you go.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does the whole thing, and then you unclip the thing, and then it's like the little
Yeah.
the hand thumb phaser.
Yep.
And then I had the Star Wars issue house coat, and I was wearing some silk boxers that had hearts on them, and I was wearing slippers and black socks pulled right up. So, drunken Captain Kirk, and I kept having to explain myself to people, but people thought I was the dude from the Big
Oh,
Lebowski,
that would've been a good
which
costume, too.
I'll take that too. I'm like, yeah, I'm the dude. Bring me a beer. Speaking of beer, we like beer here.
Mhm.
We got beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
You got a beer?
Woo!
Cheers.
Speaking of beer, I'm almost
Cheers.
out of beer.
So, coming up at the top of the hour, Edie, you're our Indie Spotlight guest, and one of the privileges of that is to get to spin some tracks. But you've got a lot more here than what we would normally spin for our Indie Spotlight band. So we're going to give a bit of a smattering. Of,
I'm not saying play at all.
yeah.
I just brought some select choices.
Right. Well, we're going to get to those. We should get to some more music here, though, because we got lots. So I'm going to spin a band. I really dig these guys. I don't know if they've ever been around here. Have you ever booked the Cobrahawks?
Yeah, I had them open for Diener from Fubar's
Oh, no
band.
way.
Nightseeker? Yeah, Nightseeker. They played with Nightseeker, and they were friggin' incredible.
They are really good. They are really good. We've spun them a couple of podcasts, took
Yep.
a break from them, but I only have 2 tracks, and I really need to get some more. So if you guys are listening, please send me some more. We really dig the tone, dig the sound. Would like to spin some more. So this is the Cobrahawks with Man Out of Me on the London Indie Underground.
I want it right now. You gotta listen to me. We did all the hugging, kissing, now it's time for sucking. Anything you say. I didn't come here to waste your time. I just came to blow your mind. You gotta show me what's in store. You
Cobrahawks with Man Out of Mia here on the London Indie Underground. I'm Jimi James. We're broadcasting from the Vault Recording Studio at Adelaide and Princess. Just want to take a minute to thank one of our sponsors and who's joining us on the microphone today, Mr. Jay Roorda. If you give me a minute here, I'm just going to pull up his graphic.
Yoink.
So, Jason, I understand from now until the end of the year, you are offering a promo to bands looking to do photo shoots, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what do we got?
Whatever they need. $50. I need to make money, and I wasn't making any money. And honestly, bands don't, local bands and stuff, like a lot of times they don't make a lot of money. So I offer something cheap, $50, and I'll come to your show. I'll shoot a few promos, or we'll throw it on a disc, and you got some half decent pictures.
If you take a look at the graphic, you can see where to get a hold of Jay. Facebook.com, Jay Roorda Photography. It's a little tough nowadays with Facebook, and I know with advertising, because only a small percentage of people will see your posts.
Yeah.
You've got to pay for that, which is bullshit.
Yeah, that's crap.
Unless you constantly, repetitively spout out messages saying, go hover over the like and subscribe, and then everyone can see it.
Right.
Nobody does that because nobody cares.
Right. Right. So you may not, if you happen to follow Jay Roorda, you may not see some of his posts, but recently you posted up some of the photos from the Staylefish show, which were unbelievable.
Very happy with how they turned out.
Yeah, and they were very happy with it too. As a matter of fact, I think most of them have taken one of those photos and have now made it either their profile picture or their background picture or their DP or whatever you want to call it. Default picture.
Oh, interesting. So many different uses for DP.
DP was something else.
Ayo.
Director of photography?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you happen to be looking for a photog, Jason is your man. $50 from now until the end of the year, and then I'm hoping or assuming that your rates are going to go up to justify your skill set, because obviously you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in demand, right?
And I said it the previous weeks. I mean, Instagram, okay. I mean, it's great to be able to capture those moments and those, food.
I've
and
been playing with it the
any
past
of that
couple
stuff,
weeks, and I hate it. I hate it. I can't. I don't want anything
it's
to
handy.
do with Instagram.
It's handy, and
it's handy. It's quick. It's easy. It's like. No, I'm not going to say it.
Well, nothing makes a big
mean.
plate of pad thai look better than Instagram. Just saying.
7 out of 10 pictures. I don't know what the statistic is, but I'm just throwing this out there based on what I see. 7 out of 10 pictures are either food or pets.
Yeah.
So you subscribe to mine then?
I do. And some cute pets and some great looking food. But I mean, there's more to life than pets and food.
There's music.
Exactly.
Bacon. Oh wait, that's food.
But that's another
Sorry.
subject.
Yeah, it's its own food group nowadays.
Yeah.
I was watching. You guys ever watch Top Gear?
The UK version. But
Yeah.
not- yeah.
So we got into a conversation last night, and I was talking about it earlier on Facebook. So Top Gear, I had only ever seen the US version, which sucks, right?
Mhm.
But the UK guys, I mean, they're pretty funny. And during one of the episodes that I saw, it was a Christmas episode, and they had a studio audience, and they were pulling, stuff out of bags that they were either presenting to each other as Christmas gifts or as an idea of, you can give this to somebody for Christmas. And one of the things was an air freshener, a bacon air freshener.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Where can I order 300?
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if, what was it, Sunrise? At the Sunrise Records?
Do they have the As Seen on TV store or any the It
they
store?
do.
Is
Yeah,
there
yeah,
an It store?
Not
here?
anymore.
Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, I used to be
Yeah,
in White Oaks Mall.
It would have had.
Just ask Shirk. I'm sure Sunrise. I'm sure he's got
Yeah,
some at
because
Sunrise.
I
You
know
might
up
even
at
be listening,
Masonville has a whole display of just bacon stuff.
Yeah.
Bacon bandages.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit ridiculous with that.
Yeah.
Bacon hot chocolate is not as good as you think it is.
It doesn't sound good.
No.
No. There's just
Not
something
at all.
Yeah, because it's just fake bacon taste, and forget that. It's got to be real bacon or nothing.
It was like hot chocolate, and it had this smokiness to it. It wasn't really bacon.
Yeah. You got ripped off.
Yeah. I got bacon mints for Christmas one year. I think I had one of them. They're still sitting on the shelf.
Bacon mints.
Mints. They're like, breath mints.
Doesn't
but
that
they're-
kind of defeat the
Yeah,
purpose of being called
pretty much.
mint? Isn't mint?
Right. Can't argue with that one.
No.
Your breath, it smells
It's
so
like the bacon
bacony,
toothpaste. It's
minty.
Do me.
Yeah.
Oh man, bacon everything. I kind of want some
Only
bacon.
only real bacon though.
All right, well let's spin another track here. I'm gonna play a band called Mr. Tasty. Some good dudes that had recorded a track with Siegfried Meyer. I only have one of their tracks though. I don't know if this is like the only song they have, but I know they are planning on going into the studio and working with them and putting out some new stuff. And as you would assume, I'm hoping that they're sending it to me so I can jam it for them. And this is Mr. Tasty with Slow Down Baby on the London Indie Underground.
Say, are you really in love? They think you're out of control, and they don't want you no more. Say they don't want you no more. You're out of control, I know. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, yeah, diggity, that slow down, baby. Diggity, that slow down, baby. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, yeah, diggity, that slow down, baby. Diggity, that slow down, baby. Say, are you feeling alive? They think I'm out of control, and they don't want me, no. Say they don't want me no more. You're out of control, no. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, yeah, diggity, that slow down, baby. Diggity, that slow down, baby. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, yeah, diggity, that slow down, baby. Diggity, that slow down, baby. Say, are you feeling love? They think we're out of control, and they don't want us, no. Say they don't want us no more. We're out of control, no. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, yeah, diggity, that slow down, baby. Diggity, that slow down, baby. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, yeah, diggity, that slow down, baby. Diggity, that slow down, baby.
Mr. Tasty,
Speaking of bacon,
Slow Down Baby. Gentlemen, I know you're listening. Give me another track. If you got some more, send me some more. I'll spin it for you. I dig it. That was recorded by Mr. Siegfried Meyer, producer extraordinaire, out of Goderich, or just outside of Goderich. I know he'll be coming back in a couple of weeks. We'll probably be spinning some more Mr. Tasty, hopefully. Maybe some new tracks. But I got some great feedback about that one. People like that one, so I keep jamming it for them. And I appreciate you guys sending it in. Thank you very much. So this week, I have a Halloween scary sound soundboard I've been messing around with. I know previous weeks I had the Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboard, which was a lot of fun. The Samuel L. Jackson one was hilarious. But this one, yeah, that one was a lot of fun.
That one's
I had more fun with that, though, offline than I did online, just because there's, curses everywhere. I mean, I don't think any one single one of them didn't have the F-bomb in it somewhere, but let me see what I got here. Ghostly Groan. That's not bad. What is
I'm
it?
terrified.
Yeah, this one's just called Music, and I don't know what it is.
I've been playing music most of my life. Born and raised around people, singing and playing guitar on the porch. I just love the blues. I wouldn't be able to breathe if I couldn't play music.
That was Halloween
I'm
related?
terrified.
That was fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I think I have shit my pants.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's in the Halloween song. That's perfect. We got a ghost.
I don't even want to tell you what that was.
Weird grunt noises.
I made that noise this morning.
That's your usual morning sound.
I think that's Jay in the bathroom right now.
So I used to live with Scotty Parker from
Who
Two Crown
hasn't?
King, and yeah, I've heard some noises like that coming out of the bathroom. He'll be here next week, actually. A couple of announcements for you. We've got a couple of bookings for some guests over the next couple of weeks. Next week, I'm actually going to be taking the week off to head up north to visit some of my family. Gary, you're going to be taking over the lead for me.
That's correct, Jim.
Awesome. Thank you, dude.
No problem.
Show must go on.
Yep.
And next week, you're going to be joined by Adam Dick and
Scotty.
Scotty from Two Crown King.
So you won't have to talk at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just
Yeah. Those two will they're going to go off on a tangent for sure, but they're going to contribute a lot.
Good.
Obviously, they've been around and you know, opinionated people.
Good.
So they will have their take on all things indie, I'm sure.
and all things Star Wars.
Yeah, well, actually, that, like I said, the conversation last night was kind of a back and forth about how it was going to be positive and negative,
Yeah.
and some other things that Cervoni said that I won't share with you. But that guy's hilarious.
It's racist.
Yeah. And the following week, which is the 14th, I believe,
Yep, that's Siggy.
is Siggy
Yeah.
is going to be coming back. And then at the end, I have an open date because I have an announcement that I'll be making, but I can't make it yet. Although some of you have seen it on my personal Facebook page, but
Yep.
I want to wait until I've got the confirmed date for a very special guest, which I'm very excited about. Some of you know who it is, but I don't want to announce it until it's confirmed. And then the end of the month, which is the 28th.
Yep.
Is it the 28th? Are you just saying yep?
I'm just saying yep, but let's go to the infamous
Go to the
calendar.
calendar.
Calendar is the 28th.
The 28th, we're going to be joined by my buddy Ryan Valdron, who is an announcer and a music director at Fresh FM. This gentleman who I used to work with, actually, before he got into radio. Moved away to Belleville, was working at a radio station as a programming director, and has come back to London. He's going to be joining us, and it'll be great to get his insight, too, from, you know, the perspective of a radio station and what it means as an artist. Because, you know, let's face it, I mean, you know, nowadays, if you listen to FM 96 or any of the major stations here in town, it's rare that you're going to hear any local content, with the exception of maybe the indie show, which is at 11 p.m. at night.
But yeah, it was 9 for a while.
It was 9, and they moved it back. And, you know, I get it. I understand why. But the fact of the matter is there's not as much radio support as there used to be for independent acts, which is exactly what we're trying to do here.
Yep.
And that's why we've been encouraging people to send in your music. And you know what's funny? As much music as we've already received, and as much as we've called out to people to send in tracks, you know, it's surprisingly difficult. And Gary, you've made a mention of this before. About, you know, how you've been urging people to send in tracks. And,
Yeah.
you know.
Lackluster.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, dude, I'll get it to you. And you never hear from them. It's like they don't know that we're here to push it.
Bands are lazy.
Yeah. Yeah, but you'd think in the age of the interwebs and such that they could easily just say...
It takes 2 seconds. It literally takes 2
Yeah,
seconds.
exactly. Email Begner, attach. Boom, there you go, buddy. But yeah, I have, you know, the guys that sent it in, awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. And we couldn't be more appreciative of, and everybody that we've spun the tracks for has reached out to us in some way through some form of social media to thank us for doing that. And you know, it's reciprocated. Thank you for sending it in. I mean, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to do something that perhaps the you know, the commercial radio stations, well, maybe not perhaps, maybe actually can't do.
Yeah.
But that said, Ryan will be in at the end of the month and give us a little bit of perspective.
Exactly.
So coming up at the top of the hour, we're going to get into the Indie Spotlight featuring Brendan Eady. Has brought a jump drive full of music for us. So before we get into some of the music, Brendan, if you don't mind me asking, I got a couple questions for you. First off, you know, I remember you back in the day when you got your start at the embassy. And so, you know, how long have you been doing this for now as a local promoter?
I started when I was 17. I will be 30 next month, so 13 years.
Good math, buddy.
I know, right? 2
Woo.
plus 2 is 4. No, yeah, it's been 13 years and like 7 different venues. Not that many, but it's been cool. Embassy was definitely my start.
Yeah.
kind of feel terrible walking by that place every day and seeing a giant grass patch.
There was a lot of history in that.
There's a lot of history in
Yeah.
that place, and I mean,
I miss the embassy.
Yeah,
I think everyone misses the embassy,
A lot of
Yeah.
people do.
and it's torn because a lot of people didn't appreciate it at the time, but now that it's gone,
And there's there's
hindsight,
limited.
right? It's always the case.
well, I mean, I left the embassy and I hated the place for a few years
It's the same thing as the Salt Lounge. Now, the circumstances there were obviously different,
completely.
but the same type of thing. People are pining for that live music venue, and
There's
a couple
no,
of them.
there's absolutely no, 250 to 300, maybe 400 capacity venue that's giving a shot at, all local bills and kind of trying to hone the scene. And I can tell that because, all the bands, as far as I'm concerned, really, it's not what it used to be. There's no family, there's no community about it, and it's frustrating.
That's one of the things that we've been talking about over the past couple of weeks is, as musicians, what you can do to support your scene. And at the same time, we have a lot of the casual listener that is maybe not a musician, and what they can do to support. And we're going to get into that a little bit later because I think it's important. And, we've got such a diverse talent pool here in London and some great players that, all kind of share that same sentiment that, there needs to be more of a community of people and supporting each other. And Jay, that's one of the things that you've done well, was to kind of jump in there. But, guys like Edie, you've been doing this for a long time, and your name is kind of synonymous with shows here in town, at least as long as I've known you. Any of the shows that I've been compelled to go see, you've been involved with in some way, shape, or form. And I know you spent a lot of time working and trying to cultivate some local talent, which we're going to be spinning here shortly. And I'm at the same time, I want to get your thoughts, and I'll ask you to be frank on some things too.
I have absolutely no.
Right.
If you follow me on Twitter, you know that.
Right.
If you don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Brandon Edie.
Angry Edie.
Hashtag Angry Edie. AM9 Edie.
That was a great campaign.
Oh, we had so much fun with that. And you'd be amazed at the bands that were retweeting it and going for it.
Oh, I bet.
Like Alexis on Fire, Monster Truck, everyone. It was awesome.
So those that don't know what we're talking about here, the local radio station FM 96 moved around a couple of their personalities, and they had an opening for the morning show, and they posted a job notice for anybody that wanted to apply. Well, at the same time, their sister station, which is AM 980, which is the AM talk radio, and they also do a lot of the news component for FM 96. Well, it wasn't you that coined the AM 980.
No,
right?
I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was Brian Phillips. Either way, yeah, I don't know. I was making jokes about it, about how I should apply, and the response was great. Somebody came up with that hashtag, and it actually was trending in London and in Canada for like a day and a half.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
No
but let's
dice,
be
though.
real. I mean, who would actually think that I would wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go into a job?
That's true. Well, money talks, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Maybe not. Okay, let's get to some music here. I'm going to spin a band called the Dyadics. Actually, I think, Gary, I don't know if you have access to any of their info there, but I saw Matt Weston. I went to the Kenny Aronoff clinic.
Yeah.
You guys know Kenny Aronoff, the drummer?
Yeah, I do.
He's played with everybody.
Mhm.
Everybody. Smashing Pumpkins,
Yeah.
John Fogerty,
Oh, yeah.
John Cougar Mellencamp. He even played with Chickenfoot. He subbed in for Chad Smith when he was on tour.
Yeah.
So I went to the clinic and I met a couple of my buddies there. One of them was Matt Weston, who's the drummer, who told me that they're going to be playing at the
The Spoke.
the Spoke for the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, Maddie just put that up today, actually.
And if you'll recall from last week, those that were listening, they were entered into the 98.1 FM Under the Covers contest, which unfortunately they didn't win.
No.
But, and I've been in that situation before. What was on the line was, I think, $4,000 worth of recording time at EMAX Studio, which is a nice studio here in town. That said, I know Matt Weston, he's got his own facility, and they kind of DIY,
Yeah.
do their own stuff.
Swamp Songs, I believe it's called.
And they do it really well. So I'm going to spin a track. Actually, I didn't have this loaded up last week, which is unfortunate.
I was just going to say, can I just interject here?
Yeah.
They're playing up at the Spoke on Friday at 9 p.m. and Saturday at 12:15. Basically, it looks like there's 2 shows going on that for this. I think it's a contest of some sort. So yeah, it should be good.
All right, this is the Dyadics with Dead and Gone on the London Indie Underground. Dyadics with Dead and Gone here on the London Indie Underground. We're broadcasting you live from the Vault Recording Studio at Adelaide and Princess. Dyadics once again will be playing
At the Spoke on Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. Do we know the times again? Sorry?
9 p.m. and 12 in the afternoon, it looks like.
12 in the afternoon?
Yeah, on the Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting time.
So, yeah.
Well, good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
So it's a Battle of the Bands?
Yeah, Battle of the Bands, but at the same time, we're also wondering if anybody has also come up with any information on Kevin's Dave Navarro acoustic guitar.
Right.
Went missing, I guess, about 2 weeks ago. Left it behind at the Black Shire after Kevin and his other band that he does with his wife called the Marrieds played. Kevin accidentally left the guitar behind, and it has since gone missing. So we're still trying to track it down, so if anybody has any information, let us know.
There was a London Free Press article I shared calling out if any information, leading to the return of the guitar. I'm sure by now they probably have a reward available for it.
Yeah.
And it's the Dave Navarro model. And on last week they had tweeted him that the guitar went missing, and he retweeted it.
Yeah,
for
he
them.
retweeted it.
So Dave Navarro's helping you boys.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So there's a lot of people in LA looking for your guitar. I don't know. But hopefully it turns up very soon in the London area so we can get it back to Kevin.
I just got a tweet here from the Dyadics.
Alrighty.
Just 1 second. It always comes up on iPhone before it actually comes up on the computer. But it has to do with their shows here. So.
Okay.
And all right, so it's we're just on Friday night. The show runs from 9 to 12:15 a.m.
Oh, okay.
We're on 3rd.
Cool.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Thanks for
right
clearing that
back
up.
at you. So, Edie, I got a couple of questions for you. So,
Yo.
you've been doing this a long time. In your opinion, what would you say is a couple of the best shows that you booked here in London? What were the most memorable for you?
The most memorable
Because you've
for
done
me.
a billion,
Man.
right? So,
that's a hard one. I mean, obviously, I'm quite a big fan of the Aggression Festival that I created and ran back in the days of the embassy.
right? I remember those distinctly.
14
How
bands
sweaty
that
they
did.
were.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
sweaty, disgusting, drunk, just so drunk
And packed.
and packed. 14 bands a night, 3 days by the 3rd. I mean, having Alexis on Fire there for $5, those are always super memorable to me. I mean, it was a lot of those were family events where the actual, London community all came out, supported. Other than that, I mean, I did Mute Math at the Salt Lounge. That was the first time they had been into Canada. To see them on the tiniest stage at the Salt Lounge with like the most insane amount of production. Their production was so big I had to rent a generator from Toronto last minute and bring it down. That was crazy.
Why, did you keep popping circuits or something?
It was the Salt Lounge. We just didn't have enough power.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know that they were coming with that rig, oddly enough. Man, there's so many shows. So many.
And you really were involved in the start of Alexis on Fire, correct?
Absolutely.
You were there kind of during the beginning. Right?
Absolutely. When they were, I basically co-managed them the entire first record with Joel Carrier from Dine Alone, a good friend of mine. I toured with them. I toured with Dallas when he was doing his Sea and Color stuff for the first, year and a bit.
So you probably seen some crazy stuff on the road, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, of course I have.
And you toured with you were managing Baptized in Blood for a while too, right? Or are you still involved?
That's a different one right now. Yeah, I'm obviously still involved with them. I mean, those guys are some of my best friends, and a band that I kind of babied and brought up from the beginning. And they might disagree, but if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't be doing this still, because they wanted to call it quits numerous times. And there's just too much potential in that band to get it to give up on it.
It's true. I mean, they were signed with Roadrunner.
Best and worst thing I ever did in my life.
And then you co-managed them with Dave Mustaine from Megadeth.
It was very short-lived, yes, but I did. I didn't speak to him once until after.
And then how would you characterize your interactions with him?
Hello, I'm Dave Mustaine's assistant. We need you to do this. oh, sorry, yeah, we're not going to be a part of dealing with you anymore. We're going to take the band on full, and then we're going to do nothing.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go cycle and start talking shit about the band. And then we're going to drop them. Done. That characterizes my entire...
Well,
I'd call it as it is. I'm sorry.
and
Yeah.
I mean, Dave Mustaine notwithstanding, I've heard,
He's crazy.
no doubt,
Batshit crazy.
no doubt, and isn't he he's a devout Christian?
He is now. He's
but yet,
he still does drugs.
yes. So he's a contradiction in terms,
Yeah.
right? The point I wanted to make though is, Dave Mustaine notwithstanding and management notwithstanding, that's been happening with bands where they're just, they're not really getting behind them enough, and
No.
and that have tremendous talent, but yet they make a bit of noise and
Yeah.
they're gone.
But
They're
this is the thing to me is every band strives to be, to get signed by a record label. We're not in that state of industry that it was 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. Unless you're selling, 30,000 records, there is absolutely no need for you to be on a record label. You can do every single thing by yourself,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the internet and socials and, YouTube and all the countless other distro channels through iTunes. Nobody's buying records anymore. But when they do, it's all digital. I really find that there's no need, unless they're taking you internationally and worldwide, but even a lot of that stuff you can do yourself.
Yep.
So, I think bands need to be more paying attention to their songwriting and developing their fan base than, striving to get signed, expecting that the day they get signed, it's done, and they're at the be-all, end-all. But realistically, if you get signed, that is when your work just starts.
Yeah, you're at the bottom of the barrel at that
Bottom of
point.
the barrel. And that's
the-
when you have to work 5 times harder. So if you work, if you don't do anything as it is right now, you getting signed, you're going to be dropped in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, as Joel told us when he was here as well, it's just like you say, it is when your work actually starts. And that's a great point, Brandon. Right now, you have all the tools in front of you to do all this shit yourselves. If you want to focus on making noise and maybe put some focus into maybe a street team to help you out
Yep.
and get that push going, maybe look at somebody doing viral video for you to get people's attention. Don't take yourselves as seriously as you think you are, and basically give it a push. And
That is the best thing that you've ever said. Because everyone does take themselves way serious than they
Yeah.
are, and it it's frustrating.
yeah.
It actually is.
Yeah, they don't get it. But once you're in the industry, for a while, you kind of understand, what a fucking reality is sometimes it's a big joke.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like you just sit there and you're like, the guy in the suit that's talking about, hey, I can help your band out. He can't help your band out that much. All he's there for is a lot of times it's just to get free beer, and you give him your shit and he's gone. You never see him again.
And then he'll
It's like
take
Boss Hog,
He'll
right?
then he'll take his 15% off your maybe $100 a night,
Yeah.
depending on what you draw and what you're worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's strange. They never really seem to come out when you need it.
Absolutely.
It's only after you've got all your work together, and then this guy will come out, I'd like to help you guys out. I can get you to that next level. But meanwhile, you don't need that guy because you're already there. You're already kind of doing your own work there. Like when you think about the amount of work you put into your street team, getting your promo up, and if you do all these little things to build your own hype, it's going to catch on like wildfire. But as soon
and
as you
start your own label.
yeah, as soon as you bring that guy in, the suit guy who knows shit about you, doesn't know the band, and is just there for the quick cash in, he's not going to be able to push in any extra directions that you haven't already done yourself.
Well, like back in the day, you wouldn't even, if you had a band
Mhm.
and you were talented, you didn't even necessarily need to have a following to be able to be signed to a record label. Now, this is maybe, the pre-Napster era and that
Yeah.
whole thing, right? Where they were just looking for, quality songwriting.
Quality songs and talented musicians.
Exactly, but now it's those hard-working bands that build their own scene, that do all the hard work, and Baptized is a great, an
They were
exemplification of that.
a band for 8 years before they got signed.
Right. So I mean, they put in
36
hard
different
work.
members.
It happens,
Yeah,
A whole
yeah.
lot of probably 1 million cases of beer.
right? Pabst, probably.
Yeah, a lot of the time. We were cheap.
So they put in the footwork. They tour. They build their own following,
Yeah.
and they make some noise. And then now they create awareness. And so now somebody wants to come in and scoop up and turn some profits off of
All your hard work.
All your hard work, right?
Yeah.
but not. I mean, as much as I say you don't need a label, I'm not against labels.
Of course not.
I mean, there are certain fits for every band.
Yeah.
You just need to be cautious as a band. I mean, if a label is approaching you and they're seriously interested in signing you, A, you need to watch the deal. B, you need to figure out what their plan is for you. If they don't give you a concrete plan set, or if it's something that you don't feel comfortable with, why are you signing with them?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that.
Yeah. A lot of times you could be just getting signed to be shelved too,
And
right?
that's majority are.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, especially now, when you get signed, you're either signed for management or for digital. Hardly ever are you being signed.
Yeah.
I'm air quoting right now.
I can't wait. One of our guests that's going to be coming in, which will remain nameless.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to getting his perspective.
Yeah.
Joel last week was kind of speaking about the same thing, where being in Headstrong and they had been signed to this lucrative RCA deal, and a huge expense that they were given for recording,
Yeah.
and spent months and months, mixed by Jack Joseph Puig at Ocean Way Studio, which is like one of the most gear laden rooms that there possibly is, right? Only to have their band shelved after a year.
Yeah.
And that breaks my heart, because you see these guys that have spent all this time, right, to get there. Now, that's not always the case in all relationships. I mean, sometimes it works out favorably. There's no question. And to your
Absolutely.
point, Edie, I mean, you just have to have the right relationship, right?
Yeah.
You need
But-
to find the right fit, and you need to do the work.
And yeah, at the same time, you have to hope and pray to God that guy doesn't get fired.
Yeah.
Because that's the other piece that a lot of guys don't get, is you can get signed to a big label or whatever, but the guy who's got his name attached to you, the guy that does all the push for you, if they decide to let him go, you don't. Yeah, exactly. You're not going to get. There might not be somebody else at the label that's all stoked on you as much as this guy was.
DIY, man.
Yep.
DIY.
It's
Do
the
as
way-
much of it as you can yourself. And,
Yep.
and you need to utilize your resources that you have available.
Yep.
Vis-a-vis London Indie Underground.
Yep.
Send us your tracks. We're going to spin them for you. We're trying to help you out. That's
Yep.
what we're here to do. It's not about us. It's about you. We're going to spin a track here of a band that you're involved with called Searching for Satellites.
Yes.
So when does the EP drop?
Their EP, it came out October 16th.
October 16th?
Came out digital on iTunes, so you can go there and buy it. It's $5, and it's 6 tracks of incredibleness. Not that I'm, going to sell it.
Not that you're
but I'm going to
biased,
sell it,
right?
because it's awesome. Record release, though, is this Saturday at the London Music Hall Lounge with our good friends Farewell to Freeway and Fox Fight, which actually features Alex from Baptized in Blood as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, great show.
All right. That sounds like a great lineup.
It absolutely is.
Saturday?
Saturday, November 3rd.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go. Okay. Well, this is Searching for Satellites with Never Enders on the London Indie Underground.
We will be the ones to make you believe that what we're doing
Searching for Satellites with Never Enders here on the London Indie Underground. I'm Jimi James, broadcasting you live from the Vault Recording Studio in Adelaide and Princess, joined today by Gary Begner and our Indie Spotlight guest co-host Brandon Eady. We're going to be spinning some tracks here for you that Eady's been involved with. That was one of the numbers, a little bit of heavier tune, and a couple of numbers that are no doubt going to be heavier than perhaps we've played in previous weeks.
And that's still my favorite genre of music, though.
Yeah, me too, man. I got to say, I do love the edgier stuff.
Yeah. It's weird, eh? Like all my life, I've always been into the heavier kind of tracks, right? And then that goddamn Big Drill Car album, CD type or back then LP type thing came out, and I got hooked. But I've always had a fondness for the anger in life.
I was a '90s kid, right?
Yeah,
and so and you were too. I'm obviously you got a couple years on me, but during that time, and obviously the whole eruption of the Seattle music scene, Nirvana and Alice in Chains and all of that. And then we started to move a little bit forward, and then all of a sudden the radio station, at least in my hometown, was like Third Eye Blind,
Lit,
Sugar Ray,
Everclear.
That
was the beginning of pop punk.
And who's the band that, Hey Now, You're a Rock Star?
Smash Mouth.
Yeah, fuck Smash Mouth.
But they were on that movie.
So
Rat Race.
So that makes him cool?
No, absolutely not. The guy looks like Guy Fieri, too.
And, it went from being like, oh, man, this is awesome. It was almost like unpolished, just grunge or whatever the scene you want to call it, because there was something inherent in that music that they just didn't give a damn. You know what I mean? This is what we are. This is what we sound like. If you don't like it, that's okay. And Butch Vig managed to capture that perfectly. Yeah. But then it went from, okay, so now how do we capitalize on this sound and refine it so, much that it doesn't sound like anything. Like if you listen to early Sugar Ray,
Mean Machine is like one of the best tunes ever.
Yeah.
And even RPM that was on that first record.
Right. And then you listen to, what was I don't even know the name of the next album.
Fly.
Yeah.
The one with Fly.
Yeah. And there was like 3 or 4 songs that came out in a row that sounded almost exactly the same. And same as Smash Mouth too.
Yeah.
And with all considerations to those of you that may happen to like those bands, I don't.
See, I wouldn't put
Third Eye Blind?
Third Eye Blind in that category. I wouldn't lump them in with them, but I could understand why.
Well, it was at the same time. That was kind of the evolution of grunge, right?
Yeah.
It went from there to there. Do you have, I'm just out of curiosity, do you have any bands in here that kind of fall under the grunge category? Or is it mostly, I know mostly...
I have some 90s London bands on there, like Salmon Blaster. I brought.
No way.
I absolutely brought Salmon Blaster, Freeway.
Yeah. That's actually funny because that's when I was playing at that same, when I was doing all my stuff, right? So when they were out, and it was hilarious back then. I was actually, when I came to London, I was dating, my now wife, and she took me to a concert at Call the Office, and it was the Science-Spheric 4.
Oh, yeah.
Which I thought were fantastic. Amazing. Salmon Blaster, who was out of tune. Matt's guitar was out of tune. It would drive me fucking crazy. And then the Gandharvas. And my wife was all like...
Gandharvas on there, too.
Yeah, my wife was all like, oh, you got to see the Gandharvas. And
I
already
jam here, right?
Yeah.
This was their...
This was the space. But she was like, oh, you got to see them. They're fantastic. And for whatever reason that night, he decided that he was going to sing in the most annoying voice that he could possibly find. And it still is rated as the worst show I've ever seen.
Really?
That's crazy. Yeah.
I do have something that's grungy like, but 2000s.
I'll take it.
From Burlington. And it was a band called the Stickup, who are amazing. And the song is called The Speaker Takes the Stage. And you should have it right there.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it here. The Speaker Takes
This is like the perfect blend between 90s grunge and the 2000, I don't want to say emo core stuff.
Well, let's check it out.
But you listen to it.
I want to listen to it. So we'll listen to it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Are we going to do it?
Let's talk more rock.
Do it.
Do it.
Before we spin this track, actually, just a bit of...
Let's rock, more talk.
Well, a little talk, less rock. Just for a minute.
Better be good.
It will be good.
Okay.
So, if I'm not mistaken, today was the release of the Kissing Time compilation album, which features a couple of local bands, as well as a couple of acts that we've featured here, one of which being the Salads. This particular album was endorsed or approved by members of KISS
Mm-hmm.
for it to be released, and it was released today. If I'm not mistaken, the proceeds from this are going to be going to the Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto.
Yes.
And I need to make sure that I spin a couple of those tracks later on.
Right.
But I just wanted to whet your appetite here, those KISS fans that may want to check this out, because I do have a couple of selections. Two of the bands here from London. One of them is Curtis, which features my buddy Siggy, who's going to be on with us in a
talk a
couple
lot about
weeks.
Siggy.
We do. Well, you know what, man?
I don't care. I love the guy. But
yeah, as far as producers go in
He's-
this area,
yeah.
I mean, you know,
you don't. I'm not questioning it.
right,
I love it.
right, good. But he just happens to, he's got his fingers in all these pies, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? The guy's just everywhere. And then the other band that's here, I don't have their track, but it's Before the Damned. Recorded a track here in London, and the other band is the Salads, which they did a cover. And they're actually going to be playing November 9th at Norma Jean's. kind of a, you know, weird billing for them, but nonetheless, I'm looking forward to go and check them out. Arguably one of the better live bands that comes through this area. So anyway, enough of talk, more rock. This is the Stick-Up with The Speaker Takes the Stage on the London Indie Underground.
There are two sides to everybody's eyes. Do you know what that means? Because what I say and what you hear are never the same. You're ready for it, you're ready for it. What we're taught and what we learn just don't relate. But we can trust ourselves to make more mistakes. We're just don't work out these days. All I can say is I wish I could say something. Just to tell you they're coming. Just to warn you it's on. Say come, but make your move. Oh yeah, they'll be here soon. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We haven't thought this through. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We haven't thought this through. We have to think this through. The hangers in the closet are still applauding. The mental clock has stopped it. My hands have fallen. God damn, I wish I had those few minutes back. Separate your fiction from the fact. In time to speak is weak. Are you understanding? Two bullet holes down through the pillow. Wakes up the fat, shoot a sleeping man in his bed.
I'm so thirsty for revolution. I'm so crazy about the people. I'm standing with all of us. We're gonna march on this big power structure. We're gonna say, stick 'em up, motherfucker. We coming with ours. Power to the people.
The hangers in the closet are still applauding. The mental clock has stopped it. My hands have fallen. God damn, I wish I had those few minutes back. Separate your fiction from the fact. In time to speak is weak. Are you understanding? All I can say is I wish I could say
the Stickup here on London Indie Underground. Thanks for sharing that with us.
What'd you think of that one?
That was a great song, man.
It's about 6 years old, and the band's broken up, but
Yeah, you know, I was saying offline, it kind of sounds like Headstrong, which is Joel Crass's band that we featured last week, but definitely elements of Rage Against the Machine, which is a very throwback 90s. And you know, you don't really hear, at least in this market now, it seems like metal.
there's no angst. And London is all metal.
There's no angst. Well, there probably is.
Well, I mean, there is angst in metal. I just mean there's no, you know,
No pure angst.
no pure angst.
Yeah.
So, Brendan, you've been doing this a long time. You've undoubtedly dealt with, you know, varying degrees of bands, using the old air bunnies, like Gary, you like to say. I use that term loosely, but, you know, some of them experienced, some of them perhaps not. You know, everybody that will follow you on Twitter or on Facebook will see your comments that you make about bands, you know, sending you emails and saying, you know, this is what we want our rider to be. We want this, we want that.
But they played 2 shows and draw 5 people.
Right. So, having said that, you know, what would you give advice-wise to aspiring bands in this market? You know, and we ask bands to be humble because, you know, there's a lot of bands around and we all need to work together, but what advice would you give these people?
See, this is, I mean, I kind of struggle with this all the time because I try to give bands advice on a daily basis. Some of them can take it with constructive criticism. Other of them have, you know, the egos where they know more than I do. And granted that I don't know everything, but I mean, I have been doing it a lot longer than most. I mean, as aspiring band in terms of marketability or, you know, I don't know, growing and drawing a fan base, I personally, as a promoter, if I put you on a show, I can only do so much if nobody has heard of you yet. I could put up posters and I could spend, you know, the hundreds of dollars and you know, promote the show to the best of my ability, and nobody could still come up if you guys aren't doing the work. Unfortunately, at the growing stage, I mean, a lot of it relies on the bands, you know, dragging out all of their friends, all of their family, working hard on the socials, you know, putting in the time and effort. It's funny to me when a local band with 5 members, 5, can't draw 20 people. That's 5 people each. If you can't do that, go, you know, maybe spend some more time in the garage and figure it out. And that's not me being a jerk or an asshole. It's just kind of the way it is. I swore. Sorry.
No, you can
you
swear.
can-
all
Well,
you
I don't
want.
know.
Did you hear him? This guy's a fucking truck driver over
Good.
there.
Fucking hey.
Fuck that.
Other than that, I mean, I really what needs to happen within London, and I mean, I know it's hard, as I said, because there's no venue to help hone the scene as well as like the Embassy, the Salted, and no offense to Call the Office, but they're not really doing it like they used to. They used to be that venue, but it's not anymore, and we all know that. We've all come to grips with that. But everyone needs to just support each other, you know, spread each other's tunes. There's a band from London called A New Beginning, and those guys spread more about every other band in the scene than they do about themselves. And that's fucking incredible. Like, that's what we need.
That's karma.
It is. I mean, if you want the scene to support you, you need to support the scene. And that's not even necessarily like sharing about bands, but that's going to the shows. Going to, you know, not to self-promote here, but like stupid bar nights that I do. I mean, that's where a lot of the music collective hang out. And that's where you meet people who, you know, you can turn on to your band or who could help you with your band. Yeah, I mean, you need to support the scene for the scene to support you. And that's when we all need to come together and create this lovely little community, which we used to have 5-10 years ago. London's always been on this up and down little sliding scale where we have an incredible scene and then it dies. And then we have an even better scene and then it dies.
Well, I think it kind of ties back to maybe a bit of a sense of entitlement, you know.
It absolutely does.
You know, those bands that, you know, send you on the rider request and, you know, they played 2 shows and, you know, and maybe talented. I mean, maybe they rock their garage like no other band,
Yeah.
you know, but
Those cans of paint get an awesome show every time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Their mom and dad, you know, both love and hate them. Love the band, hate the volume, but you know, there is I think a bit of a sense of entitlement, and you know, you got to pay your dues.
Well,
man.
and this is why, I mean, even to this day, there are people that hate me from 5 or 10 years ago. I'm not going to name any names, but they're all bands that I either wouldn't give a show or who played a show and didn't get paid. Now, I try to pay every band fairly and accordingly as per show. But when I have to rent out a venue, like the music hall, and there are 30 people there, and you're from London, you drive, 2 minutes down the street. I don't even know what I'm going to keep going with this before I...
Well, you're putting out the money. You're expecting them to
I'm
work.
putting up the money.
Bring
So,
people
Yeah.
in.
And
Don't hate me for once because you didn't get $30 or because you got $30 and not $100, yet you didn't bring anybody out.
Yeah.
It takes money to make money, and there's a band called Counterparts who are from Hamilton, and they hadn't been doing it for the last 5 years. They've been playing shows for, touring across Canada for next to nothing. Like, spending thousands and thousands of dollars of their own money, getting from point A to point B, buying equipment, spending it on the money. That's how they grew their fan base. That's how they're now touring in Europe.
Yep.
And signed. And still not, not making as much as half the local bands ask me for.
Yeah. Yeah,
And that's what I don't
Not being
understand.
little bitches when it comes to a show like, oh, well, do we get a case of beer? Do we get this? And it's like, fuck, put in your time. And I'm with you on that. It's also the same thing. Like, it's a two-sided, it's a two-headed dragon, right? Because you're going to have some of the bands that can drag in a ton of people.
Absolutely.
And then the bar will be like, here's $100,
Yeah.
thanks for coming. But then when you get honest promoters that basically say, I'm paying you what you're worth, you fill the place, you're going to be taken care of, and you're going to come back and we're going to keep doing this. It's a crazy scene,
Well,
but
that's the funny thing about a lot of bands are now going back to the way, and I don't understand it, but everyone needs a $100 minimum guarantee. I offer them a door deal, and they're offended. Yet if you put 300 people in at $5 and you take 80% of that door,
yeah.
how
Cha-ching.
stupid does your $100 seem right now?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that just goes.
But
to
at the
show
same
that
point,
their
if
lack
you
of
don't,
confidence
if you
is-
draw nobody, I'm not losing money. I'm in this business, and I've always been not to make money, just not to lose money.
Yeah.
I'm in it to support you guys and help you guys grow and
That's
help
respectable,
me
man.
grow. I'm not in it to make money.
Yeah.
Obviously, I need to pay my rent and I need to live. Therefore, I don't want to lose money.
That's fair, man.
Yep.
That's a fair assessment.
Well, and the whole thing is like all these, like, let's just say, as we say with the Air Bunnies bands, are saying they want to do this for a living. Well, look at it as it's your fucking job, people. Like, promote yourself. Bring people out. Those people that come to see your show pay money at the door. If there's a door deal involved and you're going to make that money, then why wouldn't you hustle your ass off to get as many people as you can and
Almost-
keep hustling?
Almost every band that I'm a fan of that, has gone on to success, when you read the stories about them, you check them out on YouTube, any of the interviews, that when they talk about the early days, they're always talking about, how they're starving, eating
Grinding.
pizza, grinding it out, staying on people's, floors, not really knowing from town to town where they're going to stay,
Yep.
playing for gas money.
Playing in basements.
And
like,
humble about it, and
Yeah.
and the reason that they did it was because of their love for their music,
Yeah.
and not because they wanted
To be a millionaire rock star.
No,
at the end
they
of the
just
day.
they just were happy to go, and I'll use the band Mastodon as an example, because those of you that know me know that they're one of my favorite bands.
Mhm.
And you watch any of their stuff, and Braun Daler will talk about, they used to go and they'd play for like 5 people.
Yeah.
And they would just completely tune out how many people were there because they loved doing what they did so much, they didn't care about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And because of that, or maybe in spite of that, I don't know, they ended up, their shows getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I mean, obviously the musicianship, without question, needs
Absolutely.
to be there. But it's you got to have conviction in what you're doing, and that kind of permeates everything else, because people will get that. They if you're up there and your hair's all done perfectly and you got some eyeliner on and
Yeah.
you're trying to be that rock star, maybe people might question your motives, but if you're up there and you're playing and you're doing what you love to do, and everything else is kind of a side effect of the music itself, then that's when I think that's the path to success, in my opinion.
There's two keys there. I mean, the day that you playing music starts to become more about how much money you're making from gig to gig, and a lot less about how much fun you're having and how much you're enjoying yourself, that's an issue. And the best thing that I can say, and this is Joel from Baptized, this is his conviction. He states 5 or 5,000. It doesn't matter if there's 5 people there. It doesn't matter if there's 5,000 people there. Everyone there is getting the exact same show, the exact same live experience. And more bands need to, put that mentality in their head.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter, how many people you're playing. Although if you're playing for 5 people in your hometown, that's kind of pathetic.
Yeah, but that basically falls back
that's
to
when
you
you
again, right?
yeah.
Well, there's something to be said too in people. Pardon me, we like beer. There's something to be said for people, going out and supporting those bands, right? And how many you put on a ton of shows, and sometimes I see your posts where you're like, wow, this was a fantastic show, and then there are other times where you're concerned that you're going to break even. And
Dude, I lost. I won't lie. I won't tell you what show, but a couple Thursdays ago, I lost $4,000 on a show. You know what I mean? And I don't like to fault London, but I just that just goes to show you how many people don't necessarily come out to support live entertainment as much as they used to.
Well, it's tough, right? The landscape's tough, and at the same time, the music industry is really changed, and you look at what people like to listen to nowadays. I mean, and all this, yeah, exactly. Yeah, dubstep.
They'll drop $20
$60 to $100 for some of the shows that happen in London,
and they'll sell out. They'll sell out.
Oh yeah,
but you'll have a long-standing touring act that's played a billion shows that comes through London, and you lose $4,000.
But that's the problem with music fans as a whole. I mean, everyone who considers themselves a music fan yet hasn't listened to a record that they bought 10 years ago, and then when the band comes out with a new one, they say, oh, I don't like that band anymore, but you bought that record and they were your favorite band. That mentality is in everyone's head, and I don't understand that. I still listen. The very first cassette tape that I ever owned was Bare Naked Ladies, Nimrod? Is that what it's called? Gordon. Not Nimrod, that was Green Day. And I still, as much as I don't necessarily like the Bare Naked Ladies, I can still say that, hell, yeah, I owned that record, and I like those tunes.
Man,
but people don't do that.
Cassette was Jay Giles' band. Let's go back. So I guess what we're trying to say to you people is that the music industry is not all rainbows and unicorns.
No.
And you got to get out there and you got to pay your dues. And you've got to accept.
Love it.
You've got to accept that that you're gonna have to grind it out.
Yeah.
But if
you
love what you're doing, like in my opinion, if there's 2 people or if there's 200 people, I'm gonna give the same quality show. You got to melt faces just the same, even if it's only 2.
Yep. But that's the thing. 2 people there. You give them a show. Those 2 people will go tell 2 people. Next time you play, there might be 8 people. And then it's the same basic math. If you wow the fucking audience, they're going to spread the word for you.
It's true, man. And I've been talking about this, and I've been preaching this. There's just something to be said for that whole word of mouth, right? And when people, they don't even realize that they're street teaming for you. They're just so passionate about what they just saw, and if they were blown away, man, you got to go and check out this band.
Yeah.
I think that is probably the single most important thing. So if there happens to be just 2 people that you're playing for, you got to melt their faces.
Yeah, give them the show.
Speaking of shows, a little shameless self-promotion. So September 1st, we did our live party cast with the Salads here at the Vault Recording Studio. I know some of you had watched it online. There were some of you that were in attendance, and it was a lot of fun. And I had an opportunity to play a track with these guys that turned into a big jam, and some of the most fun that I've had jamming in quite some time. So I want to spin this track for you. We haven't played it for you yet, and I hope you guys will dig it as much as I do. But this is the Salads from a track called Triple X, which was off of their first EP featuring Darren Dumas. This is Triple X on London Indie Underground.
Jimmy. We want to put Jimmy on the drums for this one. Jimmy has requested that we do a song from the first recordings released with myself off of an EP called Who's That? There was a dirty song called Triple X on there. I don't know if I'm going to remember this stuff, but I will try.
Don't say that. Trust your dirty song instincts.
Yeah, we'll find it in there somewhere.
It's all good.
This one is an old one called Triple X. Yeah. You see how it's dirty? You can dance if you want to. Dirty? Show some skin. So we'll reading lots of mags, watching lots of porn, smoking mad weed, got a bowl of popcorn. Day after
Yeah, you know it. That's how I get down, baby. Yeah. Yeah.
The hay was actually good. Pretty good. Hey.
That's what you are.
Kudos on the drums, the guy making this all happen.
Shameless self-promotion is what we're all about around here.
And smoking.
That too.
Apparently.
That was the Salads with Triple X and an old jam from back in '99, I think. It was the first time I had ever seen them when I moved here to London. They played with Zool's Evil Disco at Call the Office. And I was just blown away. Mr. D was wearing some Pimp Styley hat, which to this day he will not admit to wearing. But they hadn't done that one in a long time, and I felt really privileged to get up there and jam out with them. So thank you, boys. So we're going to be spinning one of their other tracks in a little bit. I know Darren Pfeiffer made a point to call out. He's like, yeah, you should just spin the whole new album, like, top to bottom.
How about we play his other albums?
Yeah, he's got a bunch, man. He guy's on everything.
Like Here in Your Bedroom.
Good old Goldfinger, man.
It's funny how a lot of people don't make that connection.
No, they really don't. People don't, I think, maybe appreciate is not the right word, but how involved that guy has been in music for a number of years. Not only from, playing in a band, but also artist management. And, now he's working with his girlfriend, Diana Salvatore, who recently did a showcase in New York. And I know he was intimately involved in that. And, he's just a great dude, awesome drummer. I really got a chance to connect with him here.
He also supports the Ontario scene. I mean, he was doing the indie show on the Edge there for a bunch of years.
Exactly. Unfortunately, he's not with them anymore, but he's
Yep.
dabbling in a lot of things. I know he works for Gibson Guitars, too.
That and his showroom is fucking incredible.
I haven't been there yet, but,
Darren, I hope you still have that red piano, because that was sexy. I don't play piano, but it was just...
I want to see this piano.
My wife won't let me go to the Gibson showroom. So.
No. So what's the count now on guitars, Gary?
We've brought it down a bit. We're down to 23. We've been letting some of the collection go.
Holy shit! You were at 39 at one point.
Yeah.
And you're down to 23.
Yeah, about that.
And that's like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've been hustling quite hard.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
What's coming back the other way though is what I want to know.
That's what we wonder, right? That's what we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
Diamond encrusted diamonds.
Yeah, well, that's what it is, right? It's like I got rid of the ones that I don't really care about, and more to get some older pieces that I've always dreamed of having in the collection and playing. So they'll come back.
Well, you're more than welcome to bring any of them down here anytime you want, dude.
You don't have the space.
Yeah, Jay's got his hand up. Go ahead, Jay.
Jay,
I'd like a guitar.
well, I'm sure we all would.
We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk.
We'll talk.
Okay.
I've got a crappy acoustic that I bought at Cash Converters like 12, 13 years ago, and I'm still just like
excuse me.
banging away on it, and I'd like something new.
It's probably a diamond in the rough because that was before cash converters knew about going online and
Yeah.
all the pawn shops.
Kijiji?
Yeah, the Kijiji and eBay. Oh, well, you'd like to trade in your guitar. Well, that's a Fender. Oh, let's just see how much that's worth on eBay first. Oh, we've got the price up at $1,200. Well, that's what they sell for on eBay.
eBay
Oh, it's a
is-
piece of shit. I bought it for like $10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, good. Because eBay has really prevented gouging. I mean, I'm sure Gary, back in the day, you probably would have made a fortune off of some of your stuff if it wasn't for eBay.
I was total buying mode back then. I would just be all over the place, just buying. Well, you've seen.
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
It's
so-
it's an impressive collection of
Yeah.
the what did you refer to it as? Gearzilla or
Rigosaurus.
Rigosaurus? That
Yes.
was it. Gearzilla is better.
Gearzilla's good, yeah. Yeah, Rigosaurus was my live description. Of
I
what
think
I'd use.
Edie's got to pee again. Oh,
Oh.
beer. Sorry, he's got to go get
Beardy.
So, all right. So we're gonna spin. Edie's brought in a bunch of tracks for us, and we're gonna get to them. But before we do, I'm gonna premiere a track from Staylefish, which I teed up earlier, a bit of a tease. But I got to spin this track, and I've been bugging these guys to let me do it, and I finally got permission to do it. Those of you that know me know that I've been working with these guys closely here. We've been producing their album. We're almost done. It's been taking a while. Good things come to those who wait. But this is a track called Prisoner, which I'm very pleased to premiere here for you today by Staylefish on the London Indie Underground.
Prisoner
Staylefish with Prisoner here on the London Indie Underground, featuring the trumpet, some dude, I wish I could remember his name.
Mama number 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Trumpet.
Yeah, we were talking about
Trumpet.
that. The only other music that I know that featured some trumpet in recent years was Lou Bega.
I woke up with that song one morning stuck in my head, and I couldn't get it out for like the first 12 hours. And then I posted it to Facebook and got it stuck into 5,000 people's head. That made my day.
Well, really, because of Facebook's new, you got to pay to advertise to everybody, it was probably only like 150.
No, it was my personal one, though.
Oh, well.
And apparently I have subscribers.
You do?
Woo!
You got quite the following on Facebook, actually. People want to know what you know, man.
No, people just want to hear me shit talk things.
That, too. So what do you got for us then?
You should play some Nowag.
I should. Yeah, we're gonna get into. We're gonna string together a bunch of your tracks here. It's about time. So we're gonna do some Nowag.
Siggy, this one's for you, buddy.
Let me see. I just got to get into your drive here.
So I've been on a really big 80s and 90s kick. I'm always on a 90s kick because I love that stuff. But I've been on a really big 80s kick with this one certain artist, and they're definitely not from London. But this track is from London, featuring Siegfried Meyer and James McLeod of the soap opera Cobra at the time, and now Searching for Satellites.
So this is Nowag with
Strange Animal
on the London Indie Underground. Enjoy.
Hearing your words, they sound fanatical. Something inside reveals you're magical. Oh, oh, how can I get it all? You're a strange animal, that's what I know. You're a strange animal, I've got to follow. They've been trying to stick a tab in your system, analyzing the defenses you hold. Trying to open wide, open to step inside your soul. But everything here is unfamiliar. Nothing they've seen remotely similar. How can it be so peculiar? Oh, oh, how can I get it all? You're a strange animal, that's what I know. You're a strange animal, I've got to follow. I got to follow. I got to follow. I got to follow. How can I get it all? You're a strange animal, that's what I know. You're a strange animal.
Well done. Now that's an older track though.
Yeah, it's like 6 years ago.
6 years. And you know, a lot of the tracks that we're going to be featuring here is all Siggy.
Yeah.
Siggy love, man. It's a Siggy
Yep.
lovin'.
Seems to be that way, yeah.
How can you not love Siggy?
Well, I mean, really, when you look at our market and you want quality.
Mm-hmm.
If you want quality at good prices,
Yeah.
with production and good
You either
mastering,
go see him or you come and see me.
or you
Yeah,
come see-
exactly.
yeah.
Well, you know, we are the Vault Recording Studio.
That's correct, yeah.
I mean, not to
Not-
yeah.
Not to be overlooked. It is the Vault Recording Studio.
But that's the best part, though, is that, you know, you're in this, and you still promote Siggy.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Hey,
we're a
man.
family.
I have no problem with having producers in here.
Nope. We promoted
one-
Matt's
Yep.
studio as well. There's all kinds of
Exactly.
There's
Well,
good
I mean,
work.
it's a big pie, right?
Yep.
It's a big pie. And, you know, we all got to work together. We got to be comrades in this thing.
Yep.
You know, you can't go alone.
No, exactly.
So what else do you want to spin, dude?
It's Halloween. Let's go do Seconds to Go Masquerade. Because I feel like going to a ball.
Right on.
At the Night Owl later.
Do it. Join us. I'll be there. I'm coming. Sections to go. Did I say Sexons?
Sexons to go.
Sexons.
Yeah.
The Sexons. Seconds to go with Masquerade here on the London Indie Underground.
Measuring hope, carousel, we tend to ride until we break. Another promise to you that I won't be
seconds to go with Masquerade here on the London Indie Underground. This is one of many tracks that we're going to be spinning here. We're going to run a little bit late, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of music to get to.
Yep.
A little talking to do, too. So, we lived through the remnants of Hurricane Sandy.
Big storm Sandy for us in
Big,
London.
Windy.
Yeah.
Windy.
I was extremely disappointed.
Yes.
What, you were hoping for mass destruction?
Well, no, but everyone was blowing it up to be this big thing, and meanwhile, I'm sitting there going like, "We're not in the hurricane. We're getting the outskirts of the storm."
Yeah.
But for the news to dub it Frankenstorm, like,
Well, you know why they did that, though?
because Frankenweenie,
No.
the movie, Cobra.
I wish.
That movie sucked, by the way.
Yes, but
Don't go
that
see
would have
it.
been a great reference. But no, the reason that they called it Frankenstorm was because there was a convergence, I think, of 4 or 5 weather systems that all amalgamated into what became Sandy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you looked at it geographically, like there was a comparison that they did online. I saw a graphic that showed Irene, which was the size of a baseball, if you will, and then they showed Sandy, which was the size of like a football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there was a pretty significant difference between the two. But that said, I mean, there were some down trees. What happened to you?
I lost 8 feet of my fence at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon when my dogs were in the backyard.
Now, did it just blow over or did it blow away?
No, it just blew over because of. I live in an old area in downtown London, and my fence is super old, so all the rain kind of made the wood not necessarily rot, but weak. And then a strong gust came and it just knocked seriously a good 8 feet section. My dogs were out there, and I was hoping that they didn't get smushed by it. I didn't know what to do. So I held it up by dollar store bungee cords, strapped to the chain link fence behind it.
That must have worked well.
It worked for the night.
MacGyvered.
Duct tape.
MacGyvered a fence. Nice.
But no, rain, I don't know. 100 kilometer an hour winds. I don't think we got that.
No. I think there were some sustained gusts up to like 80 kilometers an hour.
It would come and then it would stop, and then it would pick up and then it would stop.
I stepped outside a few times, and there was a couple of times I'm like, holy shit, that's pretty intense. Like,
Yeah.
I know that we were on the outskirts of it, and Toronto got it way worse than we did.
I did, yeah.
Considering the staple sign, killed a woman.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And New York, of course.
Oh, New York is
They
in
got
shambles right
decimated,
now.
man.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
Never seen anything like that.
I feel bad for those people. And you know what? It was when I was watching, I had CNN on,
Mhm.
and I couldn't sleep because it was like, wow. I wanted to know, because everybody wants to know what the impact is going to be locally, whether it's going to come to us with any significance. And I'm watching it, and I just felt like a lot of it was being sensationalized because they kept saying things like, "Oh, we're breaking new records, and we're doing this, and we're doing this." And meanwhile, you just see the devastation, and they're standing in these, the surge had come up, and it's up to their knees, and they're just, it almost seemed like they were excited about it. Yeah, we broke this record. It broke 13.3 feet.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, people are trying to sleep and water's pouring into their house.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck.
It always makes me laugh that they send the reporters out in those conditions when it's like, I'm pretty sure I can take your word for it because I live in the area.
Yeah.
And I can see what's happening.
Exactly.
Right now.
Anderson Cooper, though, man, you got to give credit for credit is due. That guy's got balls. You know what I mean? Like,
But it makes me laugh about the people in London who are freaking out and, preparing for it. We live in, geologically and geographically, the safest place in the world weather-wise.
the Canadian Shield?
Yeah. No earthquakes. We might get the odd tornado. No hurricanes. We deal with humidity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my
Mind you,
God,
that's,
it's
I
so
guess,
hot.
It's not the heat, it's
so
the
sweaty.
humidity.
Yeah.
I say that every day, though, so I can't even make a joke about that.
I'm sweating. I'm not doing. I'm sweating. This is the worst day ever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, first world problems.
Yeah. Exactly.
What are we going to spin next?
I need to play, actually, this is, oddly enough, another Siggy jam, Off the Mark, Last Man Standing.
I got to bear with me here for a second.
Yeah.
I got to search it.
We're going to do that, though, because I got to play it for Nate.
Last Man Standing. Oh, here we go. I found it. Haha. All right, Off the Mark with Last Man Standing on London Indie Underground.
Woo.
Last man standing here on the London Indie Underground. My mom tuned out.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a little too heavy.
Well, that's
Yeah.
right. She does like. Was it the Mercy Now? Is that the group that she liked? Or
No, she likes some of the softer stuff. We had,
not the Mercy Now. I can't remember the.
yeah, well, I really like Mercy Now, but I don't
Yeah.
know if she dug them. There was a couple of tracks that she's like, well, Jimmy, will you send me that song? I really like that song. I was just saying, you just got back. Yeah, my mom tuned out. It was a little too heavy. But
I got something for her then.
Yeah, well, she's already gone, though.
Yeah, she's gone, so we can't get her back.
Actually, my mom is a talent director, and she runs up north. They have the Lions Club annual telethon that they raise up a lot of money, and it's broadcast on national television on Bell TV. But my mom is the talent director, and they do like like American Idol type of thing where they have talent that comes on and they perform, and then the judges choose a winner and whatever the case may be. But my mom is part of that selection process, and she's been involved in that for a number of years now, and has a real ear for talent. And there's a number of times when we've played bands and that she's really liked, but I think tonight maybe was a bit too heavy.
Mom,
That's
come
okay,
back.
though.
Mom.
Yeah,
exactly.
Come back, Mom.
Mommy, mom, mommy, mom, mother, mom, mama,
Oh, well.
mommy.
She's not
mommy,
gonna like 'em
Machete
all.
Avenue.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
I have it on there before
You
it
know,
bleeds.
we've talked. I don't know if you've listened into the last couple of podcasts, but the name Chad Michael Stewart keeps coming up as one of those guys with a heap of talent, and he's not doing anything.
Are you looking at me to comment on that?
Maybe
I am the best and worst person to comment on that.
Giver.
He is, man, the amount of bands that guy's been in from London. When I first met him, he was in Shovelface, which was this ska punk rock band playing at Call the Office.
I remember Shovelface.
15 years ago, yeah. Then playing with Liquid Pleasure.
Shovelface, really?
Which
I
became
remember
Quicksand.
them. I didn't even know who they were. I didn't even know he was in that band.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's him, Jay Cuttajar.
Cuttajar?
Huh?
What did you say?
Jay Cuttajar was in the band.
Cuttajar.
Who the fuck else was in that band?
How about
But yeah, they were a great London band, a ska band. He then was in this band called Broken Star, which got signed by this U.S. label called Tank Records. He then kind of sabotaged that. Then he was in a band that I managed called Blue Skies at War, which went on to do great things. Toured with Alexis and
Yeah, actually, I saw that show at Cowboys. I think it was.
Yep.
That was a good gig. They were good.
They toured relentlessly and were on the verge of doing things, and he sabotaged that. And then Machete Avenue, which, our good friend Scotty from Two Crown King was also in. And same story. He's got a ridiculous amount of talent in terms of songwriting and his voice, but he just, I don't know. He's one of those guys that couldn't get together.
And this is what he's doing now. It's a shame, man.
You need a nail gun noise there because he's a carpenter too.
Oh.
Or
Well,
renovation king.
Yeah,
Not to talk shit on the guy. I love the guy, but it's sad to see that much local talent go to waste. I
It's
mean,
true.
that
It's
guy had
true.
a million things going for
I
him.
agree.
Yeah. But maybe the whole thing is he loves the build. You know what I mean? Like, he loves building it up, and then when it gets to where he wants it,
And that's
where he
true. I
thinks
mean,
it
a
is,
lot
like,
of the
doesn't
fun
want
is
it.
in the build.
Yeah.
And once you get there, the politics come into
Yeah.
to fruition.
And it
Right.
just
Well, then you
it ruins it.
realize that, oh shit, here I am. This
Yeah.
is now. It's gonna. You thought you worked hard up until that point.
Yep.
You have no idea.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, maybe it's that whole thing. It's the goal is to get it to that, and he loves the build. Being a carpenter.
Oh, absolutely.
As well. Yeah, but it's one of those. I know a few guys like that. They just incredible.
Oh yeah.
They just sit down and they're just natural, and you hate their guts because they can do it.
Yep.
Oh, hey, look, there's a piano. I've never played piano before, and then you're like, I fucking hate you. I've been trying to do that for weeks. I can't, like, for months, years. I can't do that good. You just get angry at it. But then they don't.
And then there's me, and I just fucking hate you because you own so many guitars and amplifiers.
Yeah.
And you never play them.
No, well, I play them. I just don't play them
No,
publicly.
you were telling me, yeah. Well, you've got all this lavish recording equipment, and you've been using your iPhone to demo your stuff.
Yeah, isn't that fucked up? Well, it's because you know what? It's like
Hate you.
It's like because I come here and I'm like, you know what? If I'm going
That's
to
true.
record, I'll, as they say, if you want something done right, go to the guy that does it. So I'll come here.
We do it
Sake.
right.
Sorry,
hey,
Sake.
isn't that a tagline for something else? We do it right.
That's-
Harvey's.
Is it Harvey's?
Don't fuck with
We're
me
like-
and my hamburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like fucking Harvey's up in this.
Yeah. It's the
We got
new-
pickles.
Yeah. With the
Actually, I don't even think that is Harvey's.
No?
We treat you right.
We
is
treat you right.
Dairy
as Dairy
Queen.
Queen. we
Where you get the meth.
on Warncliffe.
we do. Isn't that the London Mafia?
We do
Yeah,
you right.
we do you right. Yeah, we do it right.
Yeah,
Forget
we do
about
you-
it.
We do you right.
All right, we're gonna spin some
Music?
Is it Chad Michael Stewart or is it Machete
It's
Avenue?
Machete Avenue off the first record.
What is it?
Before It Bleeds, I believe.
Before It Bleeds. Oh, this is a great track. Machete Avenue, London Indie Underground.
Broken lights paint these walls of sorrow. Shattered home has become so cold. Chalk lines left at the scene of the crime. Bloodstained steps leave it all behind. You've fallen into my heart through the crack in my armor. You had love and suffer for. Please take these hands and wash them clean. 'Cause tired heart from inside of me. Bourbon breath, drunk kisses on your lips. City sleeps, we'll fall in love. But tonight, he's dancing with the ghost, trying to be a better man. You've fallen into my heart through the crack in my armor. You have suffered for. Please take these hands and wash them clean. 'Cause tired heart from inside of me before it bleeds. Holding your hand in mine, with your head in mine. Stare with those green eyes, with your head in mine. Stare with those green eyes, with your head in mine. Stare with those green eyes, with your head in mine. With your head in mine, stare with those green eyes. With your head in mine, stare with those green eyes.
This song just won't end. Machete Avenue on London Indie Underground.
Do not confuse that with Chad Michael Stewart, though.
Please don't. This particular band features my good friend and yours, Mr. Scotty Parkershide, which will be here with you next week, Gary.
Yep.
Along with Adam Dick.
Yep.
Very excited about.
Mhm.
You've not met Adam yet.
No, I haven't.
Funny dude. He's got lots to say.
Good.
He's going to contribute quite
Try
a
and
bit.
get him to freestyle.
Yeah.
All right. Let's all go. I'll ask him.
think he knows how.
You know
Scotty,
what?
if you're listening, tell Adam that he's going to have to freestyle when he comes in.
You need to just do some beatboxing, and I guarantee you, he'll
He'll,
bust something
he'll
out
throw
for you.
something down. Awesome.
So we're talking a little bit offline about good old Chad Michael Stewart. We got some more music here for you. Kind of, you wanted to share the story, if you will.
Oh, this is the band prior to. Everyone in London knows Blue Skies at War. So we're going to play Last Call. But I'm going to call Siggy out because I just noticed. I mean, Siggy's great at backups and his production. But there are certain tunes that you think, I know this is Siggy. And you know that because of the vocal harmonies in the background. And this is the exact same one that was in the last track. So we're going to play it. Last Call, Blue Skies at War.
On London Indie Underground. Blue Skies at War with Last Call on the London Indie Underground. That's a throwback track for me, man. Those guys, you know, what was that, 2002, 2003, maybe a little later?
It would have been that I think we released that in 2004. Yeah, 2004 I think we released it. The video for that was awesome though. We shot it in Toronto. It if you can find it on YouTube, it actually features members of the Cancer Bats, Alexis on Fire, The Weeknd, Moneen, and like a million other bands.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. You've been involved with a lot of bands in this area.
Well,
great.
it's a family. Again, I've used that word numerous times.
It's
but
true, though. It really is. I mean, we're all in this together. Just to take a minute, actually, a couple of things. First and foremost, Jay Roorda Photography. Thank you, Jay, for posting up some photos for us. They're up online right now, so if you want to see what our mugs look like, you can certainly go and check it out.
Yep, I'm the skinny fat one.
I'm the one with a bunch of empty beer cans beside me.
At least he didn't get a picture of you like up close like in the previous week.
The Stephen Hawking's
Dude.
pictures, yeah. That was awesome.
Oh, man.
There's no taking a good picture
Of Gary, no.
Yeah.
No, I
Sorry,
know.
you are just not photogenic, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, no,
She's
they're
going to join us.
I try to take good pictures of you, but
yeah. Well, I did go on that TV show.
The lighting in here
America's
sucks.
Worst Top Model, and I was pretty much there.
Huh?
I am
I'm just saying,
non-photogenic.
You know?
No.
You've come to terms with that, though.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Dress me up and leave me
I
at
can
home.
relate.
Yeah. Speak for yourself. No, I'm just.
I can make you pretty with the right lights.
I'll put some better light. I'll put some better light in here.
Yeah.
And makeup.
$50.
Photoshop.
$50.
Yeah, 50. And don't forget Jay's.
Yeah.
Jay's promotion going on till the end of the year. $50 a photo shoot. Bands, businesses, peeps, ladies. Want some modeling shots?
Hey.
Hey, talk to Jay.
Hey, this is your guy.
I don't do just bands.
You know.
He does.
Sometimes I do girls.
Yeah. Sometimes he does just what he
And
does.
boys.
Yeah.
But mostly girls.
Yeah. I even do dogs. Just not that way. I like photos.
Thanks.
Oh, man. So.
Hey, we don't charge for promo here.
No.
No, just
No, we really don't.
no.
We do like beer, though.
There you go.
Yeah. So, listen, a couple of things that I need to do for our listeners. We have some first-time listeners in tonight. I've been getting some messages and texts from people the first time listening. Thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to check out our back catalog of indie streams, this is the 8th one that we've done. I'll be uploading number 7 and 8, hopefully within the next couple of days. But you can go to our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/LondonIndieUG. Which has the back catalog there, and you can also scroll through on the bottom. You'll see a little button that says Show More, and if you click on that, you'll be able to see the list of bands that we've been showcasing over the last couple of weeks. So I encourage you to go and check it out and see what we're all about. The last one that was up there was with Siggy. I was a little under the weather for that one. I wasn't on point like I am tonight.
No.
Hey,
yo,
my mom
hey.
is listening.
Hey.
She's back.
Mom's back?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
She sent me a message. She's like, "Do you need me or something?" My sister must have messaged her.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
Jimmy's talking about you. You should get back online.
I was talking about you.
Hey, watch it.
You watch it there, bub.
My mom's a saint. You talk about her like that.
Dorothy Mantooth was a saint.
Exactly. I'm going to put that on a shirt. Dorothy Mantooth is a saint. Can you print one up for me?
I can do that,
Please.
yes.
Please. Dorothy Mantooth is a saint. I need one.
Yeah, just one.
One.
Just one.
So go check us out. Check our archive out on YouTube. And if at the same time, if you look at the bottom of your screen right now on the Ustream page, and if you click Show More, or there's a link to that effect on the bottom, it gives you all the links that we have available where you can check out. There's some of the Salads performances that's on our SoundCloud account and on our YouTube account. We've also got the podcast, the video podcast with the Salads, which incidentally we are going to be doing another video podcast. Is going to be coming up shortly. I'm going to be making an announcement soon. There's a couple of announcements pending that I really want to tell you right now, but until I get a date, it would just be a tease. So I'm going to wait.
And you're going to be away next week, and I'm not going to say anything about these things.
Well, unless of course, if I do have a confirmation, you can break the news.
All right.
I'll be more than happy. And I probably do a phone in next week, maybe.
Okay.
If I can help you guys set up the tech piece for that.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
are going to be running it for me.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man.
No problem.
That's all. The
Glad-
show must go on.
Glad to do
It's
it.
got to go on.
Glad to do it.
All right, hold on. I might have a message here. Oh, yeah. My mom has commented on something here. Hold on. Hardly a saint. She says, "Is that a Mormon dig?" So listen, on my feed and Facebook, I've been seeing all this stuff come up from my mom. It says, Pat B. Veltri is a fan of Mormon.org.
Ah,
right?
okay.
And I'm like, and it's all these, scripture postings and things about Jesus and stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck is all this
About
So
that
like,
guy.
Yeah, so I messaged my mom and I'm like, Mom, are you a Mormon now or something? What's going on? She's like, Jesus fuck, I hate Facebook. She's like, this laptop is going to the bottom of the pool. And like, I'm not kidding. She like, my mom lost it, right? So I'm like, all you need to do is go to Mormon.org and unlike it. And she can't figure out how to do it. So I keep seeing Mormon.org posts in my feed. It's great. Love you, Mom.
Oh man, that. Okay, I was watching the Game Show Network the other day. Yeah, I watched Game Show Network. But this commercial came on. Sorry to sidetrack. This commercial came on for ChristianMingle.com.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
The Facebook of Christians, and it's like, come meet God's perfect match for you.
Yeah.
Isn't technology against?
It really is.
Yeah.
But you know what? I guess, religion has kind of had to evolve to accommodate.
Religion has had to evolve to accommodate
it's-
technology.
Well, and I don't know. I'm not going to say it, but many of life's diversities. We'll just call it that.
But shouldn't God be helping me find my perfect match and not technology?
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty good at that myself.
But God created the internet.
Oh, okay, then. That's all good.
Stephen Jobs created my Apple.
Yes. we could go on a really bizarre tangent very soon.
You're face palming the microphone.
Yes.
It's just, oh my god. Make it stop.
That is the sound of Jay's forehead
on the
phone.
microphone.
All right, so let's. What do you got next?
Jesus freaks.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna do
religious.
some unreleased Del Asher that we never did. That we never released. I'm trying to remember which one I put on there.
See, I don't have any of the. All
know,
I have is song titles
'cause it's
and
terrible.
the number. What do you got?
I think I'm gonna go home.
We try to we try to be professional here, but sometimes we just
is it all the Jesus talk?
This
really
is
is,
too
isn't
much
it?
for me.
But Jay, isn't it being Halloween just kind of battling that a little bit for you then?
What?
Well, evil, Halloween, say evil.
Yes.
Yeah, see, we're good.
Yeah, I'm too evil for us to be discussing Jesus right now.
No.
That one?
I'm with you on that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Thornberry.
And I'm also probably too sober for this discussion.
I switched ropes there. So this is going to be called a song called Thornberry from a band called Lifestory Monologue, who are from Guelph and unfortunately calling it quits. Their last show in London is on November 8th at the London Music Hall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Switched it up.
All right. Lifestory Monologue on the London Indie Underground.
This isn't only the case for bones.
just hilarious.
Lifestory monologue here on that London Indie Underground. And Gary's giggling.
Sorry. While we were listening to that, Jay was just telling a story of how he walked by somebody on a staircase who sneezed today, and Jay said, "Bless you." And to know Jay, to love Jay, he's atheist. But the best part of
really.
you're agnostic?
I don't know what I am. I don't really.
He's a believer of the
I
sandwich.
believe in me.
He believes in sandwiches as well.
What is his higher power?
Yeah, the higher power of the bacon sandwich. But he was bothered by the fact that when he said "bless you," the person didn't say anything back to him. But then to add on to the fact that the person he said "bless you" to was an atheist, which brings up the discussion. What did you want him to say? Fuck you?
You're so good
Just
looking.
acknowledge that I said something. Like, you know, you sneezed and I took the time to say, you know.
You've got something on your shirt.
Whatever. Did you get any on you? You know, whatever.
Exactly. I just mean that's why it's funny to me.
Acknowledge me.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But that's why it's so funny to me. Is
I
saying,
just want to be loved. Exactly.
next time somebody sneezes, just bacon.
No, man,
bacon.
you got to take the Seinfeld approach.
You're so
You're
good
so
looking.
Sorry, Jay.
Life is Seinfeld.
It's awesome. It was awesome.
I love you guys.
I thought you were going home.
No, next bus is until 10:23.
Yeah, I know. We got like half an hour.
I'm out of breath right now.
Are ya?
Yeah, I just ran to the store to find out it was closed.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say you choked down a smoke in record time.
I was hoping to, but the store was closed.
You jonesing?
Yeah.
I'm fiending a little.
We'll get you some smokes, buddy. We'll be done soon.
Oh,
And-
I don't care. We can go all night.
All right.
Until
Oh,
10:15, because afterwards we're going to the Night Owl.
Yes, we are going to the Night Owl. Please
The
join
Night
us at the
Owl.
Night Owl.
Yes.
The
Talbot
Owl.
and King, brah.
Yeah, brah. Come at me, brah. Right next to the Cobra.
Cobra.
I don't wanna
Cobra! I've always wanted to go in there, and you guys can't see my hands or my actions, but I always wanted to go like dodgeball.
Holding them up like two little cobras.
Yeah.
So I was there a couple of weeks back, and Jesse was outside on the patio with us. And so across the street, picture the scene, if you will. So there's a girl, there's a guy who's dressed up in a nice shirt or whatever, drunk out of his mind. And I mean, this guy was like alcohol poisoning, okay? And he's puking his guts out.
Awesome.
Okay, meanwhile, he's there with two girls and a guy. So the one girl is preoccupied with this other Gino dude with like flex buff chest, and he looked like, you know, what's his name from Jersey Shore that DJs?
Yeah,
the spiked hair, right?
Yeah.
Edie's looking for some tracks here. Hold on. So she's preoccupied with this guy, and she's like making out with him. Meanwhile, this dude's friend is so drunk that he's fallen on his face 3 times. Like, and that's not an exaggeration.
No.
He's literally fallen on his face. And this other little, like, 100-pound girl, like, can't pick this guy up, right? So Jesse takes exception to this, and he's like, what the fuck, brah? So he goes across the street, and he's like, listen, if I see this guy fall on his face one more time, I'm going to come over here, and you're going to be the one falling on your face. This is ridiculous. You're making out with this girl, and I mean, they were putting on a show for us, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Buddy's like needing to have his stomach pumped, right?
Yeah, charcoal.
So what is this? So, you know, what does Jersey Shore do? He picks this guy up and like cradling him and like walks him down the street, like around the corner.
Literally tried to put him in a cab.
Yeah. Awesome.
That is
Cobra.
amazing.
Cobra, brah.
Cobra!
Everybody.
All right. What are we going to spin now?
That's
Wheels
awesome.
on the fucking bus.
What track?
Clueless and Careless.
All right.
Hey,
Let's
that
do it.
goes right with the story, too. Clueless and Careless.
Yeah.
Clueless and Careless.
I haven't heard these guys in quite some time, actually.
They're in a new band, actually.
Which is called Stalling for Time. Skittles are good. Skittles sour. I have a bag right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some.
Yeah, and tell us what all flavors are.
The
together.
Penny Mob. The
There
Penny
we
Mob.
go.
Hey,
So it is.
enough of
It
those
is
Skittles.
3/4 of Wheels on the Bus plus Craig, the old singer of Angry Agency, and they're a ripping little punk rock band. I don't have anything because they haven't recorded anything yet.
Well,
But I
as soon as
did
you
see
get
them
some,
live, and they were awesome. So as soon as I get it, I'll send it Jimmy's way.
Cool.
Please do. Wheels on the Bus, Clueless and Careless, a.k.a. Cobra, on the London Indie Underground. Wheels on the Bus with Clueless and Careless here on the London Indie Underground. So we're just about to wrap up the show for the night. We got another track that we're going to spin here for you momentarily. But before we get to that, I obviously need to take an opportunity to thank my sponsors.
Give the shout-outs.
Shout-outs, if you will. First one, Submission Academy, run by my good friends Steve and Jane Poulin on Dundas Street. You know, I've said this every week, and I'll say it again. You know, jiu-jitsu, oftentimes people associate jiu-jitsu with combat sports. The truth of it is, jiu-jitsu was designed to help the smaller man in the event of an altercation, and it's actually called the gentle art, or the gentle sport. But even beyond that, it's a really exciting and innovative way to get in shape. And, you know, those that I know that have actually gone to train with Steve, and there's a couple of them, have gotten addicted to this thing, and you know, and it's really a game of inches and about understanding an art form, and at the same time having an intimate appreciation for you know, the commitment that it takes to learn something as intricate as jiu-jitsu. But moreover, it's just a great way to get in shape. They, you know, certainly have a lot of fun there. First class is free. They've got a student kids program rather. That's really blowing up right now, and two of the most committed and most fit people that I know. Steve was with us last week for the podcast, and obviously an opinionated guy, but at the same time very knowledgeable
and funny
and hilarious and very committed to what he does. So if you happen to be in the market and looking for a means to get in shape, these are the guys that you want to go see. Give it a try. First class free, nothing to lose. As a matter of fact, Jason Roorda. We are, and he went on record as saying that we're going to do this. We're going to get him dressed up in, you know, the
wrestler
school
singlet.
Yeah, wrestler singlet with the, you know, the Rick Steiner headgear. Yeah. And we're going to take a video camera, and we're going to go to the Submission Academy, and we're going to watch Jason get his ass fucking kicked
by Steve.
Yes, where is Steve? And you know what? There's probably a couple of kids there. There's a young kid named Yusuf Nezruddin, who is the Ontario champion in his weight class.
I would rather Jay go with Steve.
So funny because when I was a wrestler, there was a Yusuf in my weight class.
Really?
Damn right.
Maybe it's the same kid.
Bam.
He just doesn't grow old.
Fucking cheater.
He's got a little grade 9 mustache. It's great. So thank you very much to the Submission Academy. You guys have been a great supporter of ours. I also need to take an opportunity to thank Scott Finlayson, a.k.a. Scotty Fairmont, at fullcolorcards.ca for hooking us up. If you happen to be in the market for some business cards, you're kind of a big deal like me, and you need some cards
for medium pimping,
because you know I'm the best looking man you'll ever hear.
Yeah.
Then you need to go and check these guys out, or check this guy out rather. Great job on my cards. Just a great dude. I said it before and I'll say it again because I do say that a lot.
You do.
That you know, it's not necessarily about the product, but it's about the people.
Yeah.
Well, it's a combination of both, I guess. But
the product's great, but the people make it better.
Yeah, exactly. So if you need some cards, he's
the guy. Go talk to this guy. Fullcolorcards.ca, people.
Buy him a grinder. Take it over. He'll set you up with some cards.
Hoagie.
Hoagie. Last but not least, Gary, I got to thank you. Sureforbrains.ca. Custom screen printing. You've done the T-shirts for not only London Indie Underground, but for my band Surrounded by Water and various other clients here in town.
Love doing the band work.
Yes, you do. So if you happen to be in a band and you are looking for some printing,
for some swags,
this is the dude that you want to go see.
Yeah, come on over. We'll have some coffee. We'll talk about it. Have a hoagie.
Yeah,
have a hoagie.
You might get a bit verklempt.
Yeah.
But you have some coffee and you talk.
Yeah. We've got samples of the shirts up on the website, some of the stuff we've done, just, you know, some of the basics. You don't got to spend a lot, but, you know, get your name out there. It's all about advertising. It's part of what we were talking about earlier about the street team and getting yourself promoted. Let people know you're out there. Come up with some awesome ideas for shirts. You can even have an awesome catchphrase that makes people talk about you. So
yeah,
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
That's my idea.
Yeah, Jimmy's doing Dorothy Mantooth is a saint on the new podcast T-shirts. So what can I say?
Hey, don't steal my idea.
Yeah, don't. If anybody comes into the shop with that idea, I will just be saying no.
Yeah,
as Jimmy.
Baseball bat's gonna come out.
Yeah, yeah. What, you think I'm a clown? You like baseball?
Am I funny to you? It's so fucking funny.
Yeah. So anyways, but yeah, come on, give us a call. We're happy to help you. Go to the website, send us an email, whatever you got to do.
Do it.
Let's do it. Do it up. Thanks, Jim.
No, thank you, man. Last but not least, Jay Roorda. Thank you, sir. He's been working away in the other room trying to get these photos posted up, and he just gave us a yep. I don't know if you hear that, but Like Edie spit beer out his nose.
Yeah. Good job. It's been a good night tonight. It's been relaxed.
Yeah. So now until the end of the year, which is not much longer, it's only 2 months until Christmas.
Get off your
Less than 2
ass.
months.
Hey.
Well, you need some fucking photos done. You got to see this fucking guy.
You got to go see the Rhodes man.
Yeah. He's got one of the best beards in London.
Christmas pictures. There you go.
Yeah.
Get your band Christmas pictures.
Want your baby or a dog with a Christmas Santa hat on it?
Yeah. $50.
I'll take those pictures.
You know, you had a great idea, actually. You wanted to do some band photos for my band, Surrounded by Water. Well, one of my bands, because I'm in a couple. But
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, with the glasses of cognac and some nice sweaters.
Awesome idea.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fucking shot down.
Great idea.
Nothing-
It wasn't shot down.
Yeah, nothing says we're more disconnected from our fans than cognac and satin robes.
I thought it was an awesome idea.
It is.
Fucking guys
Metal.
playing Fucking heavy music, and then have them all in like cheesy sweaters and drinking brandy by the Christmas tree. It'd be funny.
Yeah.
You've heard that crazy
fuck
uncle.
yeah, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, so I don't know if Giffy's listening tonight. I hope he is. But yeah, maybe that's a story for another time. You know what? Scotty can spin that next week because we have a recording of
He
it.
has it.
Okay.
So listen, the whole premise of this whole thing is we came up with this idea of a website that you could go to. Well, actually, no, it was called Fuck It $5 Pizza. Okay, and the premise of Fuck It $5 Pizza was you called in and you placed your order.
You guys were really high that night.
Yeah, and you had to get your order in quickly because otherwise we'd just hang up on you and say fuck it $5 and we hang up, and you'd get whatever we would send you. Okay, so this morphed into that.
Yeah.
From that to a whole idea where you could go to this website and you could buy any item, a number of items for $5. It's like the dollar store, only it's the $5 store.
Right.
And there was a jingle.
And we had a jingle, and my roommate Ian Gifford, we call him Crazy Uncle Contraband. So the whole thing was Crazy Uncle Contraband's Fuck It $5, and the jingle was like, "Hey motherfucker, you down on your luck? It's Crazy Uncle Contraband's Fuck It $5." So we did this whole thing, and then it turns out I found a website that wasn't called Fuck It $5, but it sold like things for $5, and it was like you could have some Australian dude say anything you wanted for $5. So you just send him like
$5,
send him whatever you want. Or there was some other dude that like how you do the upside down face guy, where you like paint a little eyeball, put a little eyeball. So he would do like for $5, he would like say whatever you wanted if you were like upside down. I'm like, man, they stole our idea. So
Fuck it, $5.
It's fucking $5. So next week Scotty's on, and he has on his iPhone the jingle
Uncle Contraband,
Crazy Uncle Contraband's fucking $5. So you got to get him to spin it.
Okay.
All right. So that concludes the thanking of our sponsors.
Yeah.
Thank you, me and Gifford, for that little jingle.
Yep.
We're gonna spin that next week. I love you, man.
That means I got to get a jingle.
You really do.
Yeah.
Well, I have a studio.
Fuck it,
What?
$2.
So can I get T-shirts for $2? Fuck it, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck
you, $2.
Fuck you, $20.
Yeah. I like the cut of your jib. $20.
So I wonder what the F-bomb count was there in the
Yeah.
last 3 minutes.
Sorry, Mama.
Yeah. Well, she's not listening anymore, so fuck it. All right. So we're gonna spin one more track for you. We're gonna end off the night. I want to thank Gary. Thanks, obviously, my brother. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
coming
Jimmy.
in. Mr.
Brandon?
Edie.
Oh, I'm coming
Brandon
back.
Edie. Oh, you're coming
Awesome.
back. Please
Cool.
do. Please, you're always welcome here, man. And it's kind of an open door. This week has been pretty quiet because I know that there's people with kids or it's Halloween and all that stuff. But we've had a lot of people just kind of roar in through the door here unexpectedly, and we appreciate that. Believe me, it makes it fun for us.
Yeah.
And
Jay.
Mr. Atheist himself.
Yep.
Mr. Beardo, thank you. Yep.
Mr. Sandwich.
Thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. As always, great photos. And now the end of the year.
Good
bucks.
times.
Fuck it, $50.
Yep.
$50.
All right.
And this goes back to bands being lazy. Get off your ass.
Yeah.
Because after the new year, prices go up. So
Yeah, we've been
why do you
told.
want to just piss
Like
your money away?
$50. That's only that's what, like case and a half of beer or something.
Exactly.
Like,
Is it?
It's
Yeah. I
not,
don't even-
well, it's not that far off.
yeah.
No.
That's for sure.
I'm out of touch with beer prices because I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
so.
You drink wine, though.
It's not. That's
Yeah.
not even like two.
That's like 5 bottles of wine.
Yeah.
or 30 bottles of Night Train. Bring it!
And honestly, this $50, that's just what I'm going to spend it on anyway. So
Hear that? People, Jay takes photos for beer.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've worked for beer.
Yeah, actually, we had that story.
We all have.
I'll do it again.
You ever suck dick for crack? You ever suck dick for weed?
Rocks, Joe
I've
Rogan.
seen 'em.
All right.
We need that soundboard.
We do.
The Dave Chappelle
You know
soundboard.
what? There is a Dave Chappelle soundboard.
Well, then that's what we need.
Yeah, well, next week you can fuck with it
Okay.
all you want.
I'm down with that.
So we're gonna end this off. I'm gonna spin a track from a little band called Two Crown King, which I'm proud to say that I recently joined the ranks of.
Mhm.
And this is the track that made it into the FM 96 Battle of the New Rock Hall of Fame. This is a track called Ben's Song on the London Indie Underground. Happy Halloween. Have a good night, everybody.
Woo woo!
Good night.
It's coming. It's slow going.
You need to know along your road, I will follow you and where you go.
It's been a couple minutes since I've seen you, and just as I expected, every thought has been of me and you. And seeing you the way you were, the way I know you are, is the way that I'll remember every day forever on. But I wanna go back to having you around, cause I'm getting these memories and the heavy and letting me down, getting me drowned in my own thoughts. And even though I know they won't, I still hope they don't stop. But let it be known, I'm a man of my word. When I speak, people listen, cause they probably heard that I'm a class act, raised right, a little bit of stage fright, able to drop anyone, but really I hate fights. And I like my late nights, and I like to party, and I like watching movies with Elvis kicking karate. And I get in the way of a train for a friend, and my time with my family's the most that I spend. And I stay strong no matter the shit shoveled in it. Last call, I'm asking to get double. See, I took what you taught till you couldn't give more. So now that you passed on, I know who to live for.
You need to know along your road, I will follow you, and where you go is where I'll be, in case you need someone to lift you if you feel your way. If you feel your way.
It's been a couple months since I've seen you. I dream when I sleep that you speak in my dreams. You speak in my sleep, so I wake, but you sleep through. Weak when I wake and weak when I wake without you. How are you? How are things? What have you been up to? Me, I'm doing decent, really, there ain't nothing much new. But you know what I've been up to because you watch me. You can see that every day I'm doing what you taught me. I'll never be what's not me. It taught me to be real. How to live, how to laugh, how to act like a man, and how to be the man I'm gonna be, and how to use the right fork when there's three in front of me, and how to be the center of attention when the time's right, and when to step back cause it's someone else's limelight. And at times like this I get by because I know when I need you, you're by my side.
I'd be lying if I told you that I don't cry. I could probably hold it all in, but I don't try. Cause who you are is in this man, and who you were is who I am.
It's taking its time, it's taking its toll. I got to roll with the punches, so strong but the punches roll. I'll always hold my own like you told me to.
You need to know along your road, I will follow you, and where you go is where I'll be, in case you need someone to lift you if you feel your way. If you feel your way.
It'll be a little bit until I see you, and though I'm getting anxious now, I'll never speed through. Life's not a read-through, we write it as we go, and it's only at the end that we can read what we wrote. And it's then that we're gonna spend Ben and Mom time. I'll read all your pages, you can read mine. We'll laugh at the funny ones and cry when it's sad, and we'll talk about the things I had only told Dad. I know you're getting ready for that day. I know that you'll be waiting when I'm headed in that way. So hang on, Mom, I'm coming, just not yet. There was still a couple things that I've just got to get. There was still a couple things I need to see and do until the next time I see you. So set the table, Mom, and don't you worry about the forks. Now I got this, just save me a seat.
You need to know along